Hey, what's up, everyone? Live from the Hive. Your comments are starting to come in from the chat. They've been a little bit delayed lately, but thank you guys for being here. We'll give some people a little bit of time to go ahead and join, but I hope you guys are getting off to a good start for your week. I know that there's always a lot of fun stuff to talk about. You know, Zack Snyder's Justice League. We are officially in the month of Zack Snyder's Justice League. I cannot believe it. Is that Hive Tries Live? Let me see if I can start getting your chats to come up. I hope you guys are, like I said, hope you guys are getting off to a good start for your week. I hope you were able to watch the IGN Fan Fest Zack Snyder's Justice League panel on Saturday. We will get into that for sure. And I should have some people joining me. Before we start getting into the topics, let me actually go ahead and pull in one of these guests, Dawson from Nerdy in Many Ways. Hi, Dawson.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, wait, let me turn up my volume.
Can you hear me?
Okay, there we go. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was figuring out the microphone in the background because it changes when I'm not on StreamYard. So I was like, oh, no, crap. But
yeah. How is your Monday going?
It's going well. Like kind of a lazy day. I was able to, call some family and stuff, just chill a little bit, and got to draw a little bit as well, which is really nice. So
I saw that your drawing of Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
Very cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
Better not be Ryan back there.
He's not here. He's in the chat. He's in the chat.
See, I can never get away from him.
Even when he's not in the actual stream with us. All right. Well, thank you for being here in the chat, Ryan. Shadow Ghost, what's up? What's up, Eric? Nice to see you here. You said you watched both Snyder Cut Batman panels. Yeah, I only watched the Snyder Cut panel. It was really the only reason I was watching the IGN Fan Fest, to be honest.
If we're being on, let's be real here.
However, well, we'll get into it when we talk about the IGN Fan Fest, but Jupiter's Legacy has kind of piqued my interest. At first, I thought it was going to be an animated thing, but is it live action?
I honestly don't know anything about the whole Jupiter thing.
Yeah, because
like the first thing I think of is like maybe it being a sequel to Jupiter Ascending, but then again, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a Netflix project or property.
Okay.
Hi, Eduardo. Hold on, I'm gonna have to put my phone on silent because. Oh, hold on. Ray Fisher tweeted. Let's see. Oh, okay. He just shared something on Vero what he's watching. All right. Just gotta make sure.
Oh crap!
You never know. Oh, okay.
Come on, it's fired.
Yeah. I do see you guys here in the chat. Have you guys heard the Batman theme from Junkie XL? Yes, we are going to talk about that also. Before I pull in, let me share my screen really quick. Before I pull in my next guest for the show, it will be his first time on the channel. But we have been talking for a while, trying to get together to do something. But before I pull him in, I just want to remind everyone to check out the links in the description, including one for my merch. If you are in, wait, is it showing? Hold on, let me go back over here.
There you go.
If you're interested, check out the link in the description. Also, the most important link in the description is the Autumn Snyder AFSP fund. Yes. So make sure you either share the link or, it's there, always there in all of my videos, live streams, and all of that. So before we get into the topics of discussion, I want to pull in Bob the Burger Guy. Hi, Bob.
Hey. How's it going,
Bob? Thank you for being here.
I'm good. It's glad to be here as well on that Saturday. I've been on Twitter all day and Instagram, really, making all these different posts. And I made a post earlier today saying I'm leaving Twitter next Friday due to the fact that I don't want all these haters to go on a ramble with that Snyder, because I think earlier today I think one of the people that suspended because of a video. So right there, I don't know what it's doing, and so that. So I'm in full support of the movie, And I'm leaving Twitter due to the fact that I want to enjoy the movie the way I want to. I don't want nobody to come at me saying, you waited long for this, and the movie gonna be stupid. In my opinion, I think the movie gonna be amazing, and I can't wait to sit back and on March 18th and have the popcorn in the morning and watch the movie the way I want to.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you gotta, when it comes to movies, you have to see if you enjoy it for yourself, you know, and forget what other people say. If you enjoy it, you enjoy it. And if you don't, you don't. You know, it's not up to some critic out there to say whether you should like something or not. That's why I don't pay attention to critics. Well, I don't pay attention to most critics anymore. Like Rotten Tomatoes scores, I don't care. I mean, there's some great critics that we know out there, but like overall, you know, those websites, I'm just like, I'm just gonna make my own opinion, make my own opinion, and I'll tell people to do the same. Like even when I review movies, I say like, look, this is how I feel. Whether you feel the same way is up to you. It's not me telling you what to think. But yeah, great point, Bob.
Yeah, and also if they can't, you know, give an honest critique about a movie without constantly saying that they should do it like this, like Marvel does, or constantly saying that it needs to be done the way Marvel does it. I mean, I enjoy Marvel movies, but DC is not Marvel. Doesn't need to be Marvel. Marvel doesn't need to be DC. So there's no reason to, you know, take those kind of things and like, oh, well, it's not like Avengers, so I shouldn't, you know, I'm not going to like it or whatever. But we do have another guest joining us. Oh, wait, I don't think he's ready yet. He's on the phone. Let me wait till he's off the phone. So I don't.
If it's who I think it is, they're on the phone with Nicotina.
Maybe. Let's see. Ryan from Zverfet. What's up, Ryan?
Am I on?
Yes.
Let me guess. You're on the phone with Nicotina.
No.
Really?
I was on the phone with Enoch.
Okay.
So, yeah, no. So here's what you should think when you watch a movie.
All right, he's done. Got it. Exactly.
What's up, everybody? How are y'all doing today? How's everybody doing on March 1st?
We are officially in the month of the Snyder Cut.
Woo!
The month of Zack.
We're in the teens. We're in the teens, low teens.
Yep.
Or high teens, however you look at it.
17 days.
Yeah, 17 days for, yes.
You know, above 15 is the high teens. You know, it's above 5.
Well, you would know. You just left the high teens.
Oh my gosh, yeah. What, 5 years ago? Thank you very much.
Man, that seems like ages ago.
Seems like years ago, which
was years ago.
Was.
So yeah. So how you doing, Bob?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm just, you know, I've been you know on the bracket of you know, celebrating that Snyder's birthday and seeing all these people celebrate it, and just, you know, just you reunite and really, you know, for the community together for the month of that Snyder. It's really amazing, and really seeing the community come together and just, you know, celebrate that Snyder. It's really amazing, and I hope that this movie live up to the hype, and you know, and I have no doubt that this movie not gonna live up to the hype, because I know that Snyder is gonna bring only his A game, and everybody else who did otherwise, you need to get out and don't find what you like, and stop complaining like some other people who are very greedy in the media, who think that, you know, the movie gonna suck, and then they that Marvel is better. Like I don't pick sides. Both companies have their flaws, and both companies have things they're good at. I don't compare. I'm a movie reviewer. I base it on my opinion. I tell people, don't listen to Watching Tomato. Watching Tomato don't pay my freaking bill. They don't pay my bill.
That's one reason.
They don't.
I don't listen to them.
They don't put food on my table. So why would I trust them? Like, I would trust myself more than I trust anybody else. It's like it baffles me that right now we feed the people who want to spoil movies, who wanna say, I don't watch this, don't watch that. Like, okay, we get you, but everybody entitled to have their own opinion, their own views, and and I respect that. If we can have a good conversation about the movie and the pros and lights, then good. If we don't have nothing nice to say, you know what the door is. Don't let it hit you in the face on the way out.
Yeah.
There you
Well,
go.
let's go ahead and get into our first topic. Of course, during the IGN Fan Fest, we were all expecting Zack to share something. He kind of teased us on Friday.
Yeah.
When he shared that first image of Superman. And we were kind of wondering if it's like a scene, if it's just a piece of art. And we actually got to see it. It was kind of both. Yeah. It was kind of like this really cool sequence that included all of the members of the Justice League. And he called it the Motherbox Origins. So let me start it over. I'm not going to play this sound.
Yeah.
But
now I thought
it's beautiful even without it, the sound.
I think that what they did this for, I think they did this for the episodic. I think they were going to do this for like every time it started off. You were going to see this as the intro, and then it would go into the show. And since they changed their mind on what they were going to do, they were like, "Well, we still made this, so let's just show it because it's awesome." So I think that's what they did.
I never thought about that, but it makes sense. I do get that vibe of like a credit sequence or like a title sequence or something that you would see during that kind of
right before you watch the show. This is what you see every time. So it was going to air 4 times, and that's why they put so much production value in this. It wasn't just somebody like, hey, let's just do this because I don't have anything else to do. It's COVID, No, I think that they did this specifically for that because that was the plan. And because the plan changed, they were like, well, we still want to show this awesome work these people did. So I think that's what they did.
Yeah, that is a good theory. Maybe Zack will tell us one day.
I'm usually
after it comes out. It is so cool though that, I mean, they put like, a bunch of people have been sharing like close-up zoomed in shots of all the different elements that they're finding. And
one major thing is that there is no Green Lantern side of the cube. There's no Martian Manhunter side of the cube. They are, ancillary characters.
Right.
In this show.
Let me get a tweet out really quick since you guys are here. But it is, what were your thoughts, Dawson, when you first saw this?
When I first saw this, like, as a guy who studied art history and as a guy who just studied art in general, like this was a feast for my eyes. I mean, we've seen it all throughout this week. People have noticed the different symbolism and things that inspiration he took from classic art, like poses of certain statues of Greek gods and mythological beings. And like, it made me want to show this clip to my art history professor that I had a couple of years ago. It's like, look, these things being shown in a modern piece of entertainment. And it's just so absolutely phenomenal. And it shows how beautiful, how unchained Zack Snyder is. With
incredible.
It's incredible. Clap like it shows how artistically unchained Zack Snyder is with this movie. And I just absolutely love it.
Yeah, me too. I also saw, I think I saved it as a screenshot on my phone, but like you were saying, there's a bunch of, I could probably find some on Twitter, but there's a bunch of comparisons being shown by side of like you said, ancient Greek or mythological figures that we're familiar with. Aquaman being compared to Poseidon and the Flash being compared to a statue of how do you say his name? Hermes, yeah. Wonder Woman being compared to Joan of Arc. Superman, of course, is always compared to a Jesus figure.
Right.
And let me see. I wasn't familiar with. Let me look. I wasn't familiar with who Batman was compared to. Oh, Saint Sebastian.
Yeah, Saint Sebastian. Yeah.
And then Cyborg is being compared to the Vitruvian Man, which we're all familiar with that image with the arms and the legs. So, it is just really cool to see that people are every time Zack releases something, whether it's an image or, something that requires a little bit more of a deep dive, as Zach likes to call it. People do. It doesn't even take long either. People really start finding, really cool parallels to compare.
And another beautiful thing about it is that, much like classic art, even if you don't look at just simply the poses that Zack ripped from art history, there's still a lot of things you can interpret from this. That's what great art's supposed to do, is allow to have different interpretations and different meanings to different people. For example, you can see the pearls wrapped around Batman in that pose. You can see his past weighs him down, that night weighs him down, or it bounds him to Gotham or something.
It bounds him to his identity as Batman.
Yeah.
Because he's bound into the suit, right? So.
Right. And so you can have different interpretations like that. And I just, I love how I've seen so many different people in my chat, or I guess my comments, when I broke down this video, my thoughts on it. People finding different things they noticed and different things that stood out to them.
I mean, with Superman, I mean, he has his hands up. It could be he's saying touchdown,
That's actually cool. Yeah, I guess for touchdown and a field goal, but yeah.
Field
goal, that would be field goal. Yes. Another interpretation. It's good. It's good. See,
pure art.
It is
pure art. And the Kryptonian history lesson, we get a lot of that. We have the school bus, the tornado.
Yeah.
What is his? I always call it a key, but what is his little?
It's a key fob.
It is pretty much, right?
I don't know what it is.
Is there a word that they use for it though? I just always call it his key.
God, I'd have to watch the movie again and pay attention to that, because
I don't think
that's
I ever hear them
really
saying.
I don't think they've really addressed it.
No,
everybody knows what it is or what it does, but they don't call it anything.
I just call it his key.
Yeah, that's what I always call it as well.
What's up, Luke? Yeah, it's awesome. It's just, I don't know. Other movies don't do stuff like this.
No, they don't.
You don't have these deep dives into ancient history, and
it's very surface. It's very, much well, I guess we're just going to compare Marvel. If you look at Marvel movies, they don't have that deep dive into, lore. It's just, they'll pull things from the comics that other writers have done in the past. Throw nods and things, winks and things like that. Give credit to the writers, but they really strictly keep it within the realm of the comics. They don't really go out and sort of draw from, even if you look at Thor and his father, Odin or whatever, they don't pull from different mythologies or mythos from them, him riding an 8-legged, horse, or, I mean, that the origin of Santa Claus is Odin, and then Thor is the god of thunder. They really, only touch on the power of it, but they don't really do much else from that. Loki, same thing, I mean, I think Loki is even part of The Mask, with Jim Carrey. It's like a different interpretation of Loki, but they don't really go into any sort of mischievous thing other than he can shift change or transform or whatever. That's, I don't know. We'll see what happens in his show.
We'll see if maybe they dive more into that in the series, because it is going to be pretty different.
They go into so many different realms. It makes it more rich, more fascinating. And he really, kind of leans on that Excalibur, Camelot kind of thing, which I think cool.
Yeah,
it makes the characters much more grand than they otherwise would be. Comic book characters are awesome and cool and everything like that, and their lore is great. But when you put your characters in a situation where you're comparing them to Greek gods and mythological figures and other pieces of art, you put them on another level, and gives it a more sense of like Ryan was saying, more sense of a depth. And gives you more food for thought. And again, it asks something of you. It asks for your interpretation. What are your thoughts about it? That's why Zack's movies are still talked about all the time. When the last movie he truly released that he directed fully was back in 2016, 5 years ago. And we're still talking about him to this day.
Well, it adds to the rewatchability. And when you rewatch something, you find more like the guys over at BVS by the Minute, Scott and is it Tim? That they go when they do their deep dive, I mean, they find out so much, you know, and just it makes it more rich, you know, like even talking about all the horses that are in BVS. It's like I never really even noticed them, to be honest. But it's very interesting. It's very interesting stuff.
Yeah, see, going back to the Flash holding the staff of Hermes, he's considered a messenger of the gods, and BVS Flash went back in time to warn Bruce. So it's just that kind of stuff just really shows like how deep Zack goes with his filmmaking, and to see if people notice these kind of things. And it's just like it's on another level. It's on another level of filmmaking, of storytelling.
And what's also cool about the staff, right, is that the staff of Hermes is also very similar looking to a common symbol that is actually talked about in the Old Testament of the Bible, where it's the staff of Moses with the serpent, where in the Old Testament it says, it told the children of Israel, look into this and be saved. So kind of, it can also interpret that as the Flash being kind of the key to the success of the Justice League and their mission, right? Which is very, very interesting.
Or he could be the medic.
Medic!
Like the thing I noticed.
My leg!
The thing I liked about the clip with that is that it you know, it feels like it's the daughter tone, and that it's gonna be very intense. And by the look of it and by the music, we know that it's gonna go for a different level from the 2017 one. And I really like how they made it more adult, and how everything with it was like it was a clue on each capital arc. And if I'm just putting a dead out that each capital with the statue on each arc, they're gonna have before each capital, they're gonna have the capital that's going to represent the net capital of the movie. That's what I think gonna happen, but I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, Zack and Deborah did mention that there's markers on like good points, like
he even labeled them. I forgot what he labeled them, but he even told us what the names of them were, and I was like, "Oh, somebody should write that down." And I didn't. So but
somebody should though.
Yeah, I was like, somebody should, and they should put it on Twitter so it's a quick reference. But yeah, no, I mean those are really cool.
They're kind of like, well, Deborah kind of described them as like thematic. So they're kind of themes for like that section.
For that chapter.
Yeah, chapter.
Yes.
So, you know, for people who are complaining that it's 4 hours, but will binge watch, 8-9 hours of a series, it's the same thing. We already all do that.
People just like complaining for the sake of complaining.
I know.
It's like, no matter what format it would have come in, they would have been like, if it's like that, I wish it was like this. But now it's like that. Oh man, I wish it was like this. This would have been so much better if they did that. And like, you can't please everyone. So please no.
No, definitely not. When they first announced that it was going to be chapters, I was like, oh, but I'm going to want to watch it. Like, like I'm not going to be able. It's going to be hard to wait every week. But at the same time, I thought it would be good for HBO Max because and just Zack Snyder's Justice League in general. Like people would be talking about it every week. I mean, we're going to anyway. But every week you'd be talking about like what happened in that episode or chapter and what's coming in the next one. Like it would just keep the conversation.
I mean, it would be YouTube content for the ages. Which it still will be. It still will be. But I mean, it's sort of like I have to say like WandaVision, right? I wish that they had just released WandaVision because I'd be done with it by now. And we're still talking about it. I'm not too heavily impressed with it so far, especially the last episode. It's kind of a snooze fest for me. But it was just like, I don't know. It's not as like we were talking about. It's not that deep, It's just it's got some interesting aspects to it. But it's not like Zack Snyder's Justice League. So if he released it weekly for a month, it would keep us invested. It would keep us going back, talking about it before the next episode. Everybody sort of like watch it. It's kind of like we'd all, as a community, sort of watch it together. Yeah, which we will, but we're gonna watch it in one day. Versus,
at least once.
I'm gonna watch it all the way through. As soon as I get the access to it, I'm just going to watch it and boom, and then I'll probably, I'll give my first initial thoughts and then probably dive back in because there's always going to be more that I missed the first go round. So.
Especially you, Ryan.
No, yeah, it is definitely going to require several conversations, and then people are going to be like noticing things that you don't notice and like pointing things out, that, oh, I didn't notice that, or I didn't think it's going to be.
I mean, everybody sort of pays attention to different things, and that's the really good thing about like having groups like we have here, kind of like support groups. Is that everybody has their own perspective on things. Everybody looks at things a little bit differently, and it's not an echo chamber, and I'd hate for it to be in an echo chamber with just like-minded individuals and we all agree that everything is great and this and it doesn't give any room for growth.
I agree with everything you just said.
Yeah. It's me and Dawson against the world. So
well, let's move into our next topic. Kind of in the same vein as the Motherbox Origins, but that was kind of its own little thing to dive into since before I move on to that, it's still kind of all on the same topic. I was sort of hoping that we would get like a clip because like we were talking on your stream, Dawson, we haven't, that was on your stream, right?
I believe
we haven't had like
on Dawson's stream.
Yeah.
The other day.
You were gone, Ryan.
Oh, well, then it's okay.
We haven't had that yet. We've had all the little teasers building up to the trailers, but not like one little section of a minute or two or whatever. But we got the Motherbox Origins, which was beautiful, and the music with it was beautiful, which is always, a thing.
I've listened to that song several times on Spotify now. I mean, that's a fantastic song.
It went perfectly with the animation, and I
couldn't believe they got the Joker to come in and do a song for the Justice League. That was pretty cool though, right?
Oh, that's right. That's right, Tom.
Right, the guy that Heath Ledger based his performance on is the guy that they brought in to sing this. I was like, that's really cool. So multiverse.
Yeah, that's the thing. A part of me wants to have a clip, and then a part of me doesn't because we're so close, and we're still gonna get one more trailer. Yeah. So I think I can do without a clip because. This is a unique situation where we know a lot more about a movie that's coming out than we normally would. Yeah. Even though Zack has told us it's just the tip of the iceberg. Like there's so much that we don't know. Mm-hmm. And we're going to have plenty of surprises in 4 hours. So I think I would have been fine with just having the trailer that we got.
Sure.
And like Zack said, there will be another countdown leading up to the release of the movie. So we'll probably, I don't know, maybe we'll get something similar to the little teasers that we got leading up to the last trailer or something, which I think those are cool because they're just quick montages of, different.
That provided YouTubers with a ton of content throughout that entire week.
Awesome.
I mean, I was so busy that week. Oh my gosh.
I know. And then it got to the point where like, by the time the last one came out, I was like, it was like a trailer. I was like, I don't want to watch it before I do a video because it was like reacting to a little mini trailer.
Yeah.
How much they pack into those little 15, 16 seconds. You're like mind blown.
Yeah.
Within those little clips. But
come on.
Yeah.
But Zack did share a lot of details during the IGN Fan Fest. And he answered several questions. So I'm
he said a lot of really good things in that.
He did.
Twitter page. Yeah, they kind of shared a lot of like the highlights. So I'm just going to kind of go through that.
Yeah.
When talking about Batman, Zack said, there is no Justice League without Bruce, which he removed more of Batman's that's fine. Backstory and mindset. So this is definitely going to be a very different Batman than we got in BVS. He's kind of had, this is part of his arc that we're going to see him kind of changing his view and
more so coming back to the Batman he was. I did love the question where someone asked, like, did Batman have the rule before? And Zack's just like, yeah, he probably did. And it's funny, people mock him for that, but at the same time, it's like it allows you to fill that in yourself. Like, yeah, this Batman had rules before he got to BVS, because again, he says at the beginning of the movie that there was time before, time above. You know, he says those things, and it drives me nuts. People don't notice that. So obviously,
when did that happen?
Ryan, what's up, Anthony?
Oh anyway. Man, that guy, he gets banned everywhere he goes. he's such a rebel without a cause. Yeah, sure.
Allie, you're muted.
Sorry, thank you. I tried to send him the link personally for the sharing link, and it wouldn't send. I don't know why. So that's why I just put it. Send it to everyone individually. But
it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
So I'll just put it in the group one, since I wouldn't send him directly.
Oh no, he can't. He doesn't have access to Twitter.
Yeah, he doesn't have access.
What?
The Twitter.
Yeah. That bad boy, he got himself booted off of Twitter. So,
are you guys joking or are you being serious?
No, he shared a clip of BBS, and
you have to send it to him. How do you
via Facebook or something? Yeah,
Facebook or email. I can send him the link. I'll send him the link.
Yeah, because he shared a clip of BBS, and for some reason Twitter got mad at him
for a clip.
I know. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Hashtag free the ACS universe.
Yeah, hashtag free the ACS universe.
I did not know. I was like, what the heck? Like I sent it like a bunch of times.
He was just snubbing you.
Yeah, I see. I'm sorry that happened. That's stupid.
Yeah, it's really dumb.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Let me see. Let me compose.
I'm not happy.
So let's see what else. Zack had a lot of good information to share during the IGN Fan Fest. Like I said, he answered a lot of questions.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what's this? Is this something we can read? Oh, yeah. Okay. Perfect. All right. This helps. Let's see. All right. Oh, I hear something. Oh, okay. It's I think from Ryan's. Zack chose Jon Stewart over Hell. Yeah, I saw that when he was sharing, when he was playing this or that.
Yeah.
On their Instagram thing.
Yeah.
Let me see what this is saying. Yeah, Zack Snyder's Justice League fills in a couple of impossible gaps that I thought were never going to see the light of day. Yeah, we feel the same.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if there's anything important in here.
And I almost think it was kind of funny. Like, the interviewer did a pretty good job, but like Zack went on this thing where like he left everything as it was going to be in 2017, leading to other stuff. And she's like, "So there's no cliffhanger." It's like, "No, there is a cliffhanger. There's a massive cliffhanger." I was like, "What did
that was
say?"
a really here we go. That was a really big because I still wasn't sure. Like, I knew that he said that he shot, he went in with the additional photography and finishing the movie with the same intentions as when he originally filmed it, in 2015, 2016. But then when, in the Vanity Fair article, when it said that they reshot the ending with a mind-blowing cameo, I was wondering if they changed the way it ends as well.
Well, it's kind of like
it ends with a massive cliffhanger, the way it would have originally.
So from what I understand is that the ending is similar to how it was supposed to be originally, but they had to change some assets of the scene. So all these sites keep using the word reshoots, and it keeps worrying people. Like, it's kind of irresponsible. Like, I'm not talking about like a lot of other people as well. Like, people think like, oh, he reshot. It's like he can sum up the movie. It's like, no, it's not what happened here. No. Like, for example, you look at the post that Zack made on Vero a couple weeks ago with a picture of Cyborg with the quote from Martian Manhunter saying there's a war coming.
Yes. Yeah.
To me, that's something that's said as like a cliffhanger type of thing, to me anyway. So what I think happened is that originally Zack wanted the Green Lantern to be in the end, and due to contracts and stuff, he wasn't able to get that, and therefore he inserted Martian Manhunter into that scene and got Harry Lennox to do some ADR for that. And then say there's a war coming, and then bam. So it's essentially the same thing, just with a different character.
Yeah. And he also additionally shot some stuff with Ezra.
Yeah.
And that was, and they did that through, Zoom.
Yeah.
And that's interesting.
Really cool.
So, yeah, no, I mean, it's going to be like BVS. It's which is kind of like akin to the Lord of the Rings, where it's going to have multiple endings because it's leaving off in multiple, different people's journeys are going to be leading them different places. So it's going to like, okay, this is where they're going to go. This is where they're going to go. This, Aquaman's going to go into the Aquaman movie. Flash is going to go into the Flash movie. Batman is going to go somewhere.
With Deathstroke.
With Deathstroke. And so I mean, it's going to be multiple endings, but it's also, he's adding to it so that it's not the cliffhanger is there. Yeah, sure. The cliffhanger is there. So I mean, the Nightmare sequel is if it's successful, that's a hope.
And he straight up said, "My entire second movie is the Nightmare sequence," and I'm just
Yes.
like,
Yes.
"Give it to me."
My God,
The whole film. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's like the second film would have primarily taken place in the Nightmare.
A whole film of Nightmare Batman. I mean, gosh, I need that movie.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. It's so frustrating. And he did keep making it a point, which he has recently with a lot of interviews and streams that he's been on. He keeps making it a point, and in the Vanity Fair article, he keeps saying, he keeps putting out there, I highly doubt there's going to be another one.
Right.
It's very unlikely that there's just going to be another Justice League movie with me anyway, with him. So he keeps putting that out there, which he did again at the IGN Fan Fest, but he also usually adds to it that, but then again, he never thought this was going to happen either.
Yeah.
Right.
So
he always says, "Who knows?"
Right.
And also, there was that question about would he consider coming back and doing another one if, HBO Max, threw some money at him. And he's like, well, I'm open to the conversation. So, I mean, it's all there. He can't just say, hey, yeah, you know what? I'm ambitious and I'm doing part 2 and 3 and I don't care if it's, if the reception is there or not. He's not going to come out and say that because that's uncouth. That's not the way that he handles himself. So
it's uncouth.
Right. Snyder Steppenwolf, in regards to your question, I was told that we know that there are some people getting invites to watch the movie before the general public. But I also am under the impression of what you said, that there are pretty specific people being invited to watch it. I don't think it's, I mean, that's another thing that Zack brought up was the IMAX or theatrical release. Link didn't work, Anthony said. Weird.
The link didn't work? What? Oh, I copied and pasted it. Okay. We try it again.
Ryan doesn't know how to copy and paste.
He was saying that when theaters are open, when more theaters are opening back up, like some theaters are open, like where I live, theaters are open. Of course, they have like capacity limits and things like that. But he was saying that when theaters continue to open up more, and it's a little bit more, maybe more people feel comfortable going to the theater and stuff. That is his ultimate hope, is to have it in theaters, have a theatrical run, which is why he shot the whole movie in IMAX, because that was his ultimate goal, was to have it in theaters, in IMAX. And so I do think, I've also been told personally that it is very likely that it will have a theatrical release, even if it's somewhat limited. I wouldn't expect it to have, months in the theater just because of the circumstance. But I do think that regardless, however long it's in theaters, it will be, we're going to watch it as much as we want at home, but then say in a few months it gets released in theaters, people are going to be showing up like it's like we haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna want to watch it on this epic IMAX screen. Like, even though you've seen it at the house, you've seen it on your screen, however big, even if you have a 70, 82 inch, 90 inch, television.
Yep.
It's still not big enough. You still don't have that encompassing, encompassing or enthralling,
It's just part
experience.
of the experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just part of the experience with the sound and just like the amazing score that we're going to hear. And what's up, Anthony? We do have another guest joining us, so let me bring him in as well. I'm glad the linked work. What's up, Anthony?
What up?
Hey.
Oh man, there he is.
He learned how to use a computer.
Nah, dude, the link Ryan sent the first time didn't work. It just said.
So Ryan
it's
learned how to use a computer.
What? Let me check my email.
Oh my!
The link's good. Just click the link. The link is good.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's pretty good.
Okay, yeah,
how's your Monday going, Anthony?
It's going all right. Worked and stuff.
Yeah.
Still in jail though, so there's that.
How refreshing is it though to not have to deal with Twitter?
Such a rebel.
Yo, I'll give you a perfect example. Like yesterday when this is me all day yesterday. Like I don't know what the fuck to do with my hands because I can't do it.
What do I do with my hands?
Yes. I've never scrolled through Instagram.
And then your wife comes over and she gives you like a shovel and a rake. And she's like, this is what you do with your hands. Get to work.
Yeah. Legitimately haven't scrolled through Instagram that much in 17 months. Like that's all that I could look at was Instagram, man. Vero and stuff. It's terrible.
I was
like, fire.
Yeah.
I didn't know what happened. I didn't know that happened to you. So I was like, trying to send you the link personally. And I was like, what the heck? I was like, I don't think he blocked me.
No, I was still up at it was around 1 a.m. Sunday morning. And I was going to go on Twitter one more time before I went to sleep. And I hit it and it said suspended. Your account has been suspended. I was like, yo, what the? Yeah. So I did all the appeals and stuff.
Walter Hamada got him.
Yeah.
We can't have this positive Snyder content out there. Let's get this out of here.
Yeah.
I'll show you what's fire.
Y'all see Dave got hit up with a little bit of that stuff today too, man. They're after us. Man.
Yeah. They're looking.
I talked to him this morning and he was like, yeah, check this out. He sent me a screenshot of where they locked his account. All he had to do was just do something like view the privacy or the copyright settings, and then they unlocked his. But yeah.
Oh man, jeez.
Yeah.
What's with the
dude?
I don't want to use that. I don't like the word.
What up, Bob?
Yeah, Bob's with us for the first time on the channel.
Good.
We've been trying to get together for some time. So first, we kind of talked about the Motherbox origins. How did you feel about them? Because we had talked about it on Dawson's stream. What we thought it could possibly be. So, what do you think when we saw what it actually is?
What's that? Oh, you talking about the little short clip? That was fire, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went pretty in depth with that thing on Saturday when
that was on the ACS Universe channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we went pretty in depth with that. I thought it was fire. It was great.
Yeah.
It was a nice little piece of love from Zack for for the fans to gander at until we get the movie in a couple weeks.
Yeah. And I mean, anything that Zack shares is, it's just beautiful. It's artwork. And then also at IGN FanFest, one of the big things he shared is that it ends on a massive cliffhanger. Do you have any theories about what that cliffhanger ending might be?
Nah.
No?
He quit theorizing once the whole bat tank.
Yeah, as soon as I saw that tank in that teaser before the trailer came out, I'm like, yeah, I can't. It's hard to theorize now. I don't know. I can't even begin to form an idea of what I think might happen just because of that. Who knows what to expect, man.
I know. I think that, I don't know. I think that it might be the 5 years later idea that it ends in the nightmare world.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Hence why the second film takes mostly during the time.
Takes place
hashtag nightmare movie, dude. Let's get that.
I know, right?
It would
right I was like, what kind of hashtag? Because we're like, oh, restore the Snyderverse, man. That's not even big enough.
I got the title of the movie already. Zack Snyder's Justice League Nightmare.
There you go, man.
There you go.
The titles are going to keep getting longer.
That's it. Or actually, just Walter Hamada's Nightmare.
Yeah. That's exactly what that is.
He's like, no, Snyder.
And Ray Fisher starring it. No.
And Henry Cavill's still Superman. No.
I think. Oh, well, maybe without credits.
Yeah, he said it's 4 minutes and some change with the credits.
4 hours.
and some change, mean.
Yeah.
Damn, 4 minutes. Damn,
4 hours.
It's a short movie, man.
It's like done.
Speaking of that, sorry to go off topic, but did you see the supposed runtime for Godzilla vs. Kong is less than 2 hours?
What?
Yeah, that's a lot of animation though.
I saw that on Twitter last night. It was going around that supposedly the runtime is going to be 1 hour and 53 minutes.
Yeah, that's
Dang.
That's like an animated movie.
But they
Sounds
did
like-
say
sounds
that
like Warner
if
Bros.
it's
to me.
successful, they're going to continue with the franchise, which tells you that both Godzilla and King Kong survived this encounter.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just
That's the thing.
your trademark. Yes.
Nice.
Justice League Nightmare.
There you
Yeah.
go.
What's up, Mike?
Millennial Mike. Yeah, it's good to see him. Good to see him.
Yes,
Oh,
thanks for being here. Lois is dying at the end of Justice League. That's why Justice League 2 is all nightmare. I have seen that on Twitter being a popular theory as well.
When Snyder was talking about Lois being in the Batcave, all those
Yeah.
years ago I was like, why would Lois be in the Batcave? Because Ben was clapping them cheeks.
No, it's
Oh my God, Ryan!
That's why. That's
Ryan.
why she was there.
This is why you don't let him on.
I don't think. I mean, based on the way Zack described it in that Vanity Fair article, I don't think it was a mutual love.
Agreed. I think it
He
was
said that
Batman's
Lois- yeah.
affection for her, and
He was,
Yes.
yeah. Well, she didn't. It was purely physical. It wasn't emotional.
I don't believe that either.
Well, Lois said that. I mean,
Lois.
Zack said Lois is still in love with Superman. I don't think she
Yeah.
would.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you can be in love with somebody. He's dead.
I know.
He's dead, right?
But
I mean, you can be in love
I
with
get
somebody
that.
and still want that physical
Yeah.
connection, right?
That's
I
true.
know.
That is true.
I
But
mean,
I think it
I'm
would be
just
hard for her
being
to- I mean,
honest here.
He tried to kill Superman.
Yeah.
He
I don't think
tried
she's
to,
gonna go
but he
shacking
didn't
up with
succeed. No. The thing is that she was there. She was there,
I know.
and she was like, "It's his mother," and that was it, right? No more Batman no kill, Batman no kill zone. But
Well,
Doomsday
yeah.
Zod or Zod Doomsday, however you want to call him, is the one that actually killed Superman.
Yeah.
And so basically, it was Lex Luthor that killed Superman because that was his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was his plan.
Right.
So it wouldn't be Lex Luthor and Lois Lane clapping cheeks. It would be Batman and Lois Lane clapping cheeks.
He still held a spear to his face. Like, she's not going to forget that. Like,
But he changed his ways.
mean-
you
don't believe in forgiveness?
I do believe in forgiveness. But I don't think she
Alrighty,
was
all
that
right, there you
fast.
go.
I
That's
mean-
a good point, but okay.
At first, it was definitely a shocker. I was like, whoa, I did not see that coming, like, at all. And I don't know how Chris Wong from Ping Pong Flicks, I don't know how he had that theory a long time ago. I don't know where he got that from.
Probably from Zack.
He said it a long time ago. He did.
I would have never seen that coming as a possibility. And this, I mean, I'm not surprised that the studio said no, but like when Zack explains it, it's kind of like, okay,
That kind of makes sense.
I can see why Batman or
the
why
other thing
Bruce would
that-
take a liking to her, like would feel it kind of seemed like Zack was describing that she kind of gave him the same feeling that Superman gets from her, Clark.
Mm, yeah.
Like she had the same effect on Bruce.
Well, I mean,
So-
he saw like a pure relationship out of that or whatever, and like here's a woman who isn't Gotham, and that's the same thing that what's his name Alfred was saying. Some girl from Gotham is going to make
Will
you
make
honest.
Yep.
And he's like, not likely,
In your dreams, Alfred.
In your dreams.
yeah, in your dreams, Alfred. Yeah, there you go.
Oh. Well, with that, I do have to get going.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry. I was gonna.
Oh, you're good. You go.
Oh no, just kick him.
Yeah.
Sure, whatever. I'll see if I retract my invite to you later.
Oh, okay. Let him leave.
Already.
Anyway, thanks for having me on.
Being here, Dawson. Make sure you support Dawson on all of his, his channel, his
he got 15,000
social media, nerdy in many ways.
16K.
Oh, damn.
But on Instagram, you're under Dawson, your first and last name, correct?
So Vera, I'm under Dawson Weidrich. Instagram, I'm at NIMW32, as well as Twitter, NIMW32. And yeah, YouTube is just nerdy in many ways, like it says right here. So yeah, thanks for having me as always.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Always cool to hear your thoughts. Hold on, before you go, I gotta confess.
Dawson's going back to
even though I wasn't at the watch party, I was watching it here while we were eating and stuff, the IGN Fan Fest. Mm-hmm. And during part of the countdown for the Snyder Cut panel, they showed Dawson's Creek.
I know that was so funny. We're like, that's
and
so
I was like, I know they are just giving him the worst.
I was like, yo, dude, are y'all
very correct?
Right
yes, very correct.
Yes,
the irony was not lost on me.
It was Providence. It was
Providence.
Like Anthony was like, yo, let's show this stuff. Let's show the screen right now. I was like,
yeah.
And with that, thank you for bringing that up.
Sorry, I was just like, oh man, they're probably giving him such a hard time right now.
Yeah, it's what we're doing, four nerds. So. If you don't have tough skin on the four nerds, then you're not on the four nerds. So,
or you're Nicotina. So,
yeah.
And with that,
what are you talking about?
I will bow out.
He's not even here to defend himself. That's cool. That's savage.
Oh man, that's how we like it. He's at work right now, like, oh, you suck. You suck.
Yeah.
Work.
Let me see. So we're also getting the Justice is Gray edition coming to HBO Max, which Zack has mentioned before. We knew he also wanted to release it in black and white because that is his favorite version of the movie and the version he's been watching all these years at home personally. I mean, he said he doesn't know how you're going. I imagine there's going to be some kind of option to choose from when it's released on HBO Max.
Because they're not releasing on the same day. So because they're not releasing on the same day, it's either going to be an option within the Justice League or it's going to be its own separate thing that's going to be just the same graphic, but maybe just black and white.
And it'll say Justice is Gray edition.
And it'll just be listed in the DC, what is it, DC Films or DC?
Yeah. They're called like hubs or whatever on HBO Max. They have like their
hub,
different.
They'll probably be listed side by side. I mean,
yeah.
With the options, so you could just pick one or the other, whichever one.
For sure. Yeah. Would you guys be interested in watching it in black and white?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
The good thing about watching it in black and white monochrome is that you're going to pick up a lot of elements and a lot of things. Your eyes are going to be attracted or drawn to different places on the screen that it wasn't with color.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a different experience. It's going to be the same movie. It's going to be thematically the same movie, but you're going to pick up on different things. And that's what's going to be advantageous for that.
Yeah. Bob, before we go to the next thing, did you have any theories about the cliffhanger ending?
Yeah, like the thing I think was gonna happen in the cliffhanger ending. I really feel like the end of the trailer with the Doto and everything combining that. I feel like that's gonna tie into the next movie and maybe set up a Batman movie. But the Doto is really the villain, and he's tormenting Batman, and all the different nightmares of the Doto really, getting into Batman head. And so, I really feel like the Doto is really the cliffhanger, and that he's gonna be the thing that's going to tie everything into the movie, into Justice League.
Oh, okay. All right. So you think it's going to have more to do with Batman and those nightmare?
Can you imagine if that's can you imagine what he just said? If that's how it ends, if it's the last line of dialogue isn't that right, Batman, and it just credits.
Oh man!
No.
Oh god!
Like that's the cliffhanger. We've already seen the cliffhanger. We're like, wait a minute, we already saw this.
That would be.
There'll be riots in the street.
We're already set up to fail. It's a cliffhanger, dudes. Like, and there's nothing else has been filmed after this. So like the cliffhanger is gonna break your heart no matter what it is.
Yeah,
it's a cliffhanger, and it's not like he's already started shooting the next movie because he hasn't. So like whatever we get is gonna be heartbreaking, no matter how fire the movie is. When it's a cliffhanger, so it's gonna be like off.
But you know, but you know he's had talks with where he would go. So they're fully aware, you know, and I'm sure that he's got.
That's what I'm saying for us.
Right? Yeah, sure.
We're going to see the cliffhanger. We're just going to be like,
then, it's going to be hard.
And then we'll watch it again 1,000 times and keep getting our heart broken.
Yep, it's going to be bittersweet for sure.
Did you get that from Meg?
What?
The Superman?
No, I got one.
Oh, you got one yourself?
Yeah, dude. In my Walmart, they had some.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. I was like, yo, dude, I'm not gonna grab one of these.
I'm trying to find the Harry Lennox. I just saw it. I don't know where it went. It was pretty cool.
They called him Harry L.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harry L.
Oh, here it is. Hold on. I think I have to reshare it though to put the sound on, so we can hear it. It was pretty cool that they. I think it's something we've probably all been wondering. So it was cool that they let him ask the question about.
Yes, that was fire.
What he asked. Yeah. Let me see. Wait, let me share it. Okay. Let me put it back.
He goes by the name of Harry L. So let's take a look at his question.
Zack Snyder, Harry Lennox here. Huge fan. I have a question for you. Calvin Swanwick, who was the CENTCOM commander there, the general, and then later became Secretary of Defense, was all along he really Martian Manhunter pretending to be Calvin Swanwick? Or is he just pretending to be Calvin Swanwick in this moment of the Justice League, since he also pretends to be Martha Kent, according to the storyboards that you release? Has he been this man in hiding all along? I'm very curious. Please let me know.
He's quite a fan, that guy. I mean,
I heard he really loves the movies.
Yeah, I feel like he really loves them. So much so that he might like walk in front of the camera at some
couple
point.
times.
Yeah, a couple times.
It's a good question, though. I'm curious.
It's a great question. In my mind, I think he's been Swanwick and Martian Manhunter are kind of it's like his alter ego. That's kind of the way I see it. And the way he's kind of, if you notice the way he's kind of like, he's manipulated both Lois and Clark to kind of do their best, to be the best they can be. Because I think, in this incarnation, he wants humanity to kind of do it themselves, and/or this new hero in Superman. And I think that's kind of the way I see it. That he's, they have the same voice.
Cool.
So he straight up didn't answer it.
Yeah, basically.
Well, he kind of did.
Yeah.
I took it as like, yes, he's always been Martian Manhunter. But Harry Lennox wasn't really aware at the time.
Yeah.
Well, no, Harry wasn't aware. But the thing I got out of the question was Calvin Swanwick someone else that was there and sort of Martian Manhunter sort of came in and sort of took his place because maybe he died or something like that. So I don't know. It's cool.
Yeah, that I'm not sure about. If he took over someone else's identity, you kind of
he could have.
Okay.
Yeah, because he came in and took Martha's identity, for a short bit. So
yeah,
maybe Swanwick is somewhere else and he's in there and he's pretending to be Swanwick in these situations or whatever. It's interesting, but no, Zack didn't answer that. Didn't answer that at all. So.
He just said this is also ego.
Yeah. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Well, I guess he kind of has always been Martian Manhunter because I don't think people would have been getting. All the things that we were kind of putting together.
Yeah. No, do you think here's a good question. Do you think that it was the fans that sort of, brought that to Zack, and Zack was like, that's a good idea. I'll use that. Or do you think that was always Zack's idea from Man of Steel?
I think it was always his idea.
Yeah. I think
Cam Bob just left. He's like, I'm out of here. This question is too rough for me.
Because he dropped the storyboard not last year, but
2019, I think.
Yes, he dropped it in 2019. Is when he dropped late 2019. One morning on Vero, he just dropped that fucking storyboard where he shows him say goodbye to Lois and then change into Martian Manhunter and then change.
Right. What I'm saying is back in 2012 when they were filming Man of Steel, and he hired Harry to come in and just play this role. Do you think that he was like, yeah, this is Martian Manhunter in the back of his mind? Because if you listen to interviews of Zack, from talking about Man of Steel, he was like, yeah, no, I'm not going to do a Justice League movie. This is just a one and done kind of thing. And then the studio was like, oh man, let's take this and do this other stuff with it and whatever. So, do you think when he was, casting Harry, that was already something on the table, or that's just something that was like, oh man, that'd be perfect. This all works out. This, this is great. We'll just go with that.
Maybe in between Man of Steel and BVS, he might have came up with it, because he did try to say just on that little clip, he was just like, yo, like if you look back, he's like, if you look back, you'll see that he was kind of scaring and manipulating Lois. And
I think in BVS it was more along the lines of, yeah, that's what I want. But maybe in Man of Steel it was just that this was just a really good actor that we wanted for this part.
Yeah. He was, he was Swanwick was pretty fucking, like, he was really smart in Man of Steel, to like a black hole, and I'm like, yo, how the fuck did you know? You know what I'm saying?
I know.
He did say stuff like, so they're turning Earth into Krypton. What?
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
So many times I was like, okay, I need to really pay attention to see if they say Krypton anytime before he says it, and they don't.
Yeah.
He says Krypton for the first time. No one else, like Zod, never says that they're from Krypton.
No. And now I could understand it. I can't remember the scientist's name. What's his name?
Hamill.
Oh, yeah, Hamill. Yeah. Yes. Now I can understand him saying
Emil.
Yeah, Dr. Emil. I can understand him saying something like that, but like General Swan was just a general. Like like when he said, when he's like, they're terraforming and all of that, then she's like, what does that mean? And then he's like, they're turning Earth into Krypton. I was like, yeah, dude, what the?
No, he was on his phone. He swiped to Google, and he was like, yes, it's terraforming the Earth.
No, I tell you, I didn't think anything about it when he said it the first time I saw Man of Steel. That just went right up my, like, but in the years after that, obviously you start questioning stuff he said. So he's
yeah. And yeah, you do, because, and then also, like, this is one of the main things that I think a lot of people pay attention to, the scene where Superman stands up and goes to a mirror, and everyone is like, obviously scared, and he's just standing there, like, he doesn't flinch, nothing. He just stands there unbothered, unaffected by,
he's like, I'm not sure.
He doesn't know what Superman is going to come up and do. Yeah. So I think, I don't know. And then also towards the end, when they kind of have that banter between them when Superman destroys the drone.
And he's like, I'm from Kansas, General. I'm as
he's like,
I'm as American as it gets.
I guess I'll just have to trust you,
Yeah.
I kind of think it was always there. I mean, it kind of just seems like too many coincidences that he's, he looks the part of a John Jones when he's in human form. He has that voice. He's a military person. I don't know. I just think it's too, I don't know. It could have just been a bunch of coincidences, or
it could have just worked out, I mean, it could be either way.
That's why, because I don't think
either way. It could have been like, oh wow, I wasn't even thinking of that, but that really works. Let's use that.
I don't think he was planning on it when they made Man of Steel. They just had Swanwick just super smart And then between Man of Steel and BVS, like he probably said, well, dude, the way we laid Swanwick out in Man of Steel was fire. Like it can easily lead into him being John Jones.
Because again, he wasn't thinking of Justice League in Man of Steel. Yeah. Because all the interviews that they had of Snyder was like, no, that is just, just it's a self-contained thing.
It's even like that on the even like that on the Blu-ray. All the interviews none of it ever says anything about expanding on.
Right. They went back, even though they said that Man of Steel didn't make the numbers they wanted it to make. It was still a success. Yeah. And they went back to Zack and said, hey, let's flush this out. Mm-hmm. And let's because they wanted that, that Avenger money, right? So they were like, yeah, how do we get, from Man of Steel to full blown, Justice League in just in a short period of time. And so that's what the studio came back with him at. And he was like, well, let me go ahead and do this. And then he started world building, started coming up with like the Atlanteans, the Themyscirians, everything. So yeah, I mean, from there it took off and he just, he developed an awesome world that is, it's very rich. Very rich world. And
and as far as it being a success, okay, so that's the first movie in the DC cinematic universe. Outgrossed every single first movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Every single origin movie. Thor, Captain America, the first Avenger, Iron Man, outgrossed all of those. Like not together, but as far as movie versus movie.
All time.
Yeah, it grossed like $600-700 million. You know what I'm saying? So that's like it's more than all of those movies got when they came out as far as being an origin in that universe. So
yeah,
it's pretty successful. That's
and compared to Superman Returns,
right? That's what I would compare it to.
Budget.
Yeah, that's what I would compare it to because I mean Superman is Superman's the number one comic book hero is the most popular in the world. Second only to Batman.
Yes, Batman brings in the money.
Batman brings in the money, but the most popular, the most iconic is Superman. Batman is beloved and makes bank, but Superman is more well known to the world than Batman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and more recognizable. I mean, it's just you show that symbol, and there's nobody that doesn't know it unless they're under the age of 2.
Yeah,
so
and they still might know it.
My son knew. I mean, my son was like 2.5 when BVS came out, and he was hyped.
Yeah,
I'm not even joking. Like, he did. Let me see. There's a question. How long do you think the history lesson will be in Zack Snyder's Justice League? I heard around 20 minutes, but like I said, 30 to 40 from their Justice League watch party. I think it's going to be pretty significant.
Yes.
I think it'll be a.
What did he name those parts? He named them the first. What was the first one?
I forget. I was telling Allie, I was like, we should have.
The first one was something about Batman. Mm-hmm. The second one was the Age of Heroes, or was it the third one? That's the Age. One of them was called the Age of Heroes.
It was.
Yes, one of the chapters.
Man, I mean, you remember a hell of a lot more than I did.
No, I
know there was 3, but it was like 4 parts, right?
There's 4 chapters. He only named the first.
He only named 3. No, I think he named 3. God, we should watch the video again.
This shit was like 45, 50 minutes. Let's see. Hold up. I'm gonna try to Google it.
I'm sure somebody knows.
I don't know if I caught that part. I don't remember that.
Yeah, he said it. The first part was something about Batman.
Okay.
I believe you're right. Don't count on it, Batman. Is that it? Was it called "Don't Count on It, Batman"?
Okay, here we go. Zack Snyder reveals Justice League's first 2 chapter titles.
First 2, okay.
Yeah. It says I'm not seeing. Okay. Yep. The first is titled "Don't Count on It, Batman,"
and the next one.
The second is titled "Age of Heroes." Yes.
Age of Heroes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, don't count on it, Batman. That's a cold-blooded title, dude.
Yeah. No. That means that they got turned down. Like he said no.
Oh yeah.
Don't count on it, Batman. Yeah. Don't count on the everybody coming together. Come together. Right now.
Awesome. Yeah, it's just I'm sure that's going to be. I mean, just when you look at the scale of how massive it's supposed to be, like it has to be a significant chunk of screen time.
Damn, 8 chapters? What the hell? Who said 8
chapters? Yeah, maybe for the Nightmare to be included.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. He was
so-
blazing. They were blazing it up with Sloan Peterson.
He was awesome to watch. He was such a joy to watch on the Vodka stream. I was like, I thoroughly enjoyed watching him on the Vodka stream.
Yeah, you see what happened too? Like, Junkie's fucking publicist had to message Dave and tell him get him off of there because he'll stay on there. He'll stay there because he had another engagement he's supposed to go to.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and Dave, he looked at his phone.
Left,
he got
he was there. Yeah.
For another 30, yes, and he got a message from dude's publicist says you got to get him out of there because he'll stay all night. Like that's exactly. Awesome. And so he had to try to wrap it up. The dude didn't want to fucking wrap it up, but he was having a ball.
Yeah,
he seemed like he was having so much fun, and I kind of don't blame him because it's like this is a big thing for him too.
Yeah,
it's big for everyone who worked on the movie,
Yeah.
So especially for the score, and it's like one of the best things about. I know he wasn't part of Man of Steel, but the scores in Zack's movies in the DCEU have been just as we love them as much as the movie itself, and for him to finally get to share his beautiful score with us, it's a big deal for him too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
He was there though. There's a picture you can find. Do what?
I'm sorry.
Someone was going to say something.
Oh, she's muted.
No.
Oh no, I was saying he was there for Man of Steel. There's a picture it's a fire picture. It's in the studio, and there's Zack, Christopher Nolan, Hans Zimmer, and Junkie. So they were all there for I don't know, that might be on BBS. I think he might have
because Hans Zimmer and Junkie were they both did BBS.
They did BBS together.
I think he might have played some stuff. So on the Man of Steel Blu-ray, there's a special feature where it shows them doing the drums, and there's I want to say 12 people playing those drums for Man of Steel's thing. It's fire. It's just if you have Man of Steel Blu-ray, watch that. There's a special feature on it where it shows them making the music for it. It's awesome. It's fucking awesome.
So he was part of Man of Steel?
I need to look at it again. He might have been on there. That picture I'm talking about though, I think that was from BBS.
Let me look IMDb.
Because I know Hans Zimmer did the score for Man of Steel.
Yeah, he did.
And then for BBS is when Junkie came in and they paired up.
Mm-hmm. But on Man of Steel, there was a lot of Pharrell Williams was there. There's a special on the Blu-ray.
Yeah, I saw that.
Where they're all playing these big drums,
I saw that.
The music, and it's fire, dude. It is fucking. It's great. It's great.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of celebrity drummers who are there playing the drums with them. Yeah. So he might have been one of those people. I can't remember, but he now for BBS, that's when they actually partnered. It was
composed together.
Well, for Man of Steel, only Hans Zimmer is credited.
Yes.
Yeah, but I see what you're saying, Anthony. He could have been there as just
he could have just been there.
Influence, yeah.
Because you notice you just said Hans Zimmer's the only one credited, but like I said, Pharrell Williams was there.
Yeah, right.
There's drummers from oh man, dude, I can't remember. I think it's Soundgarden. There's drummers. There was a lot of professional drummers that are in bigger bands who were there playing the drums, but they didn't.
Travis Barker.
Yeah, Travis Barker was there. Yep.
That was the cool feature.
Yeah, Ringo Starr.
And then they also showed how in that featurette you're talking about, it was cool because they also showed how they made that really cool sound for Superman's theme. That engineer guy that puts a bunch of different materials, he builds he basically builds instruments.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they put it together. I don't know what he made it out of, metal and a bunch of different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And when you kind of move it, it makes that, I don't even know how to describe it. That sound that's part of the Superman theme. It's kind of
how does it go?
You hear him, you can't describe it.
Yeah.
It's that like airy sound. It's like when he's walking through the ship. See the black suit.
Oh,
It's that sound. Like, you can't describe it as like a music. It just has that. It's that really interesting sound that they created for Superman's theme.
Yeah, I like that sound. Actually, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool. They showed how they created that sound.
Oh,
it's
nice.
Like you said, you can't even really describe it. But Junkie XL was really cool. Bob, did you see Junkie XL on Film Junkie's stream?
No, I usually don't watch those. But
okay.
But I usually watch some of Ryan's content and some of ATS content as well. So, and your content as well, because I trust your guys more because you guys have like the main shorts, and I know you guys a lot. Like the rest of the people, I don't know that well. So like I don't communicate with them on a day-to-day basis. I only go on the people that that I watch a lot and that I'm friends with on social media.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah. Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. He was on Dave the Film Junkie's stream, and he was just talking a lot about. Well, he talked a lot about other movies that he's done and kind of his, how he came into just a lot of his his work history and his experiences and stuff. And he also shared some clips of the score. He also said that the one that Zack had shared is going to be Batman's theme. And a lot of us were thinking it might be Steppenwolf, but it's actually Batman. Batman's going to have a whole new theme. But it makes sense because in BDS he was very different. So his theme made sense for that movie. Yeah. Now he's going to have a new one, and each character is going to have their own theme, which is pretty awesome. And of course, Superman still has his theme from Man of Steel.
And whoever put in the chat, Sheila E was there. Yeah, she was drumming. I pulled it up on YouTube real quick to see
from the Revolution.
Yeah, you would be correct.
It is. And then one interesting thing he said about Cyborg's theme is that there's like 18 minutes of just score without dialogue during
maybe it has to be
during Cyborg's. I'm guessing it's like when we see everything that happens to him.
Right. Because like when he's walking through
the football game,
the Nazi camp and all that, and when he's like directing all the warheads missiles and all that missiles, it's probably that. It's probably like you're just watching this stuff happen because there's really no reason for him to talk to anything because he's the only one experiencing it.
Yeah. I mean, for a composer, I mean that's a significant amount of score without without dialogue. So he's pretty happy about that. And I mean, of course, we know like Cyborg, we didn't really see any of his story. No. So there's a lot of story for us to see with Cyborg, but I was pretty surprised by that because that's a pretty significant amount of time without dialogue.
Yeah.
But I'm happy. I'm here for it because I'm so happy to hear the score.
Yeah.
Let me answer this question real quick because they've been asking. Is there an option to not watch it in chapter format? Because I'm not a big fan of it. Like the Kill Bill movies, I love Zack, but I'm really not big on the chapter titles. I don't think it's going to stop. It's not going to like stop and then the next one starts playing. Like it's not going to be separate episodes. I think the way Deborah described it was...
You know what? Not to interrupt you. I think it might...
No, go ahead.
I think it might be like... Because Kill Bill doesn't stop. It'll just... Something to be taking place, and then the screen will go black, and then the chapter will come up and just say, blah, blah, blah.
I've never watched those movies.
Yeah, they're fire. They're fire. Kill Bill's fire. But like a chapter will come up and it'll just say whatever, and then the screen will go black again, and then the next scene will start. Yeah, I think that's how this is going to go. So
I think you're right.
Yeah, I think that's how.
Maybe.
Yeah. And Jeffrey Lane,
it's not going to stop, and you have to move to another episode with your remote. And no, I don't think that's going to be
No,
I've seen this question in here just a couple times. I've seen it, but let me address it. Jeffrey Lane, the shirt that I'm wearing is a Zver Fett shirt. It's just it's a Z. So I made it. I made the whole alphabet. It's on my site. If you have your name like a G, for Jeffrey. You can go find it on my Teespring or my TeePublic store. You'll see that. But yeah, no, I love Superman, so I made it out of a diamond. So
yeah, out of the shield.
But yeah, no, I do agree. I think it is just going to be like it's just going to play. You know, you're going to have the screen, you're going to have the title card for the next one, and then it's going to go black, and then it's going to start off.
Yeah.
So you can watch it, you know, and just, you know, it's only going to be a couple seconds of black.
Yeah, it's just going to
I don't think it's gonna be like this huge interruption.
Yeah.
But there is a but that's just for theaters. So when it's in theaters, there's going to be that Junkie XL intermission. Yeah, like right in between episodes 2 and 3. But yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for a 4-hour movie, you have to have an intermission in theaters. Like, I remember even when I saw
they're going to issue Zack Snyder's Justice League catheters, and what they're going to do is you just go in there. There's going to be a lady outside. She's going to have her mask on. She's just going to insert it, and you can find your seat.
Let me just tell you, not to go into detail, but like I've had to have those because I had children.
Yeah.
And oh my God.
Like,
well, what it is, it's not pleasant.
I love this movie, but that is not worth it.
It makes the movie more enjoyable.
Probably not, but
yeah, this is a good way to think of it. In the beginning of BVS, when the screen turns black and says Metropolis is introduced to the Superman.
There you go.
Yeah. So I think that's probably a good thing to compare it to. Quick shout out to DC Talk with Extended. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it.
Hey.
Thank you so much. Very kind of you.
I was there, yeah.
Let me see. Oh, Habib. Yes, thank you. I recognize your name. Thank you for joining your first live stream. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here. So, yes, definitely. I've talked about that on other streams and videos. It's definitely has a lot of Man of Steel vibes.
They definitely wanted to bite off of that a little bit.
Yeah.
What was that? Oh, he was talking about Superman and Lois?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. And I think they tried to, pretty much mix Man of Steel with,
Brandon Routh.
With another Superman, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that shit wasn't that bad though.
I mean, it was fine. It was fine. I did a review.
I liked
it up yesterday.
I liked it way better when he was Clark than I did when he was Superman
yesterday.
So yeah.
Well, he looked better. Like when he was Superman, he had them puffy. You know, he's
Shazam.
Yeah, he was Shazam underneath that. I was like, really?
Yeah.
I was like, because when you put on your regular clothes, you're not buff like that.
Yeah. Not only that, it's just the way he played Clark, and like the story that they wrote for that was fire. And those scenes without him being Superman, where he had to deal with like family life, great. Fucking it was great. It was great. The Superman stuff I wasn't biting on that too much, but yeah, it was good.
It is better than I expected.
Yeah.
Didn't Deborah say the bottom where the timer is? Maybe I'm confused. She did say that. She did say that on where the timer, like where the line is that shows you the time. She did say that they will also have markers there.
Oh yeah, so like when you pause it and it
pause.
Yeah.
Times. Yeah. Like to show you where the next chapter start and end. Like it'll show you also, but there may also be title cards as well. So I think maybe we'll have both.
Well, the good thing about HBO Max is it has that little, what was that, purple and blue bar at the bottom. And so, like, if you lose power, or if you leave the house, or if you close out of the browser or whatever, and you're not watching it again, when you go back in, it'll still remember where you left off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It shouldn't like start over. It'll pick up where you left off. Do you think Zack Snyder's Justice League post credits will hold any surprises? Well, no, because Zack already said that there's not like a credit thing. He just kind of does.
Yeah, he never does it. Him and Chris Nolan were kind of made light of that during Man of Steel. Because that was the big thing about Man of Steel, is that people were conditioned to stay behind for Marvel movies all the way to the end. And when we did that at the end of Man of Steel, even though they told us not to, we did it anyway. Congrats, Cass. Thank you so much. So, but yeah, I mean, we waited, but they were like, but Nolan and Snyder were like, yeah, we don't do that. They were sort of not rubbing it in Marvel's face, but just like, we're different.
Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't really feel the need to do that. And also, like you said, just to be kind of different, like this, with the theatrical version of Justice League, they kind of made the Deathstroke Lex Luthor scene somewhat of a credit scene. But so we should
And then the
get
Superman and Flash
version of, and that as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Clapping.
I hated the color of the suit of Superman's suit in that scene. It always bothered me. It was not even blue. It pisses me off. If people want to complain about the color of his suit, that's the time to complain because it wasn't even blue. It makes me mad.
It looks like that
HBO Max
bluish
can add in
purple bar
something,
at the
though.
bottom of HBO
Well, I don't
Max
see what
video.
they would add though. I'm sorry, Anthony.
No, I was just saying his suit looked like that bluish purple bar at the bottom of an HBO Max video. That we were just talking about. Yeah, it
made me so mad.
Looked weird. And if you ever catch the behind the scenes photo, the picture of him behind the scenes with his mustache.
Oh, I saw it today.
Yes, terrible, disgusting.
Really? I didn't see that.
Yeah, there's
Hey, post it on Twitter so I can look at it.
It's on Twitter. You just go to my thing. I think look under my likes.
I will.
When did Bruce build the Bat Tank War Machine?
Who knows?
Well, who knows? He's a seasoned Batman, so
He is. I mean, he's got the Batwing. He's got the Bat Tank. He's got the Batmobile. He's got the Nightcrawler. I mean, he's got a lot of heavy duty machinery, and I'm sure they're not done because there's like a Bat bike that's like it looks like the one from Star Trek.
That's what I was wondering. Where the hell does he keep it?
Yeah, who knows?
He keeps it in the hangar.
He might keep it. Yeah, the hangar that they're in Zack Snyder's Justice League
because he owns that's the Wayne Tech hangar. So I mean, he's got that whole that whole area for his toys.
Yeah, that also made me mad how they kind of made it seem like it was the Batcave in the theatrical version of Justice League, and when Zack was doing the trailer breakdown, he was like, I don't understand why people think this is the Batcave. Like, there's windows and sunlight coming in. It wouldn't be the Batcave. And it's like, because that's how they made it look in the theatrical version. Like, they didn't want to separate it from being a different location.
It would have cost more money to make it different, right? Because the windows, we know that they don't have windows on Batcaves. Let me take that.
Yeah, it was like that quick scene, and they kind of put it together, like when they have Barry run around and he's sitting in the Batmobile, and he's like, it's like a cave, a bat cave.
Yeah, not happening.
They put those two things together, like they actually had him in the BVS Batcave when he's saying that, but it's like green, like it looks like a green screen.
Yeah,
and then when they go to all talk together about the Motherbox, they're in the hangar. It's stupid. Anyway, I'm not going to go on.
But now Zack talked about that one anyway, where he said that he said it's actually probably going to be pretty fire. Where did he say it? I'm trying to remember. Where he said like there's 2 cameras in that scene that they both just rotate around the league at the table talking. The whole time they just rotate. He was like, he said maybe y'all think that's cool, and that whole time he's saying, I'm thinking, fucking fire, dude. Like it's gonna look so good. They have them
on the track.
Yes, and they're all just at the table talking, like not breaking, like one, like basically just one shot,
one take.
Yeah. So where did he say that at? I can't remember where he said that.
He said that on a stream.
On a stream, probably.
Yeah.
He's been on so many. Yeah, I think he was probably talking about on there.
I was hoping he dropped that.
Yeah, I was hoping they would talk about that at IGN Fan Fest. Bob said that he wants to know exactly what time it's going to come out, which Comic Book said it's going to be a midnight release. I
can't believe that. I can't.
There's so many people that, I mean, I'm not going to say whatever because I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I do know.
And it's not up to Zack.
No.
Yeah, it's not.
I do. Go ahead, Bob.
Go ahead, Bob.
I contacted HBO Max and I contacted them like I think it was yesterday. They didn't know what time it was gonna drop, and I'm a little bit worried because I feel like it's gonna drop at 12 p.m. I don't think that's a good time to drop it. I think dropping it at midnight would give people the chance to watch it, and then the day after, because Disney Plus is doing Falcon and Winter Soldier, it gives them a little bit of room for their content a little bit. So I think dropping Justice League at midnight on the 18th would be good because it would give people the chance to watch it all day and not wait until 12 p.m. to watch it. Because for me, I already have my whole day planned already. I took the day off from everything. I'm going to watch it baby on day one, and I really want to prepare myself. And I think they need to give it a time. I think 12 a.m. in the morning it's really good to drop the Snyder cut, so fans can watch it anytime they want without worrying it's gonna drop at 12 p.m.
Okay. Yeah, I was hoping that yeah, I think they should drop it at a time like you said, Bob, that is I mean, there's not going to be a perfect time for everybody, obviously, since it's going to be worldwide and it's going to be on other platforms too, but I don't know. I just don't know.
Midnight is it could have, the 12 p.m. time slot is universally the most perfect, I think.
Yeah.
Because for the West Coast, that's 9 a.m. For people like, say, Rasha, who lives in New Zealand, she's going to get it at 8 p.m. That's like a fire time to get. I mean, obviously, you got to wait all day, but it's not. Now, there are some countries
it's not inconvenient.
Yeah, there are some countries that are going to get it if it's a 12 p.m. drop. Some countries will get it at like 1 a.m. or whatever time zone that's in. But it's not as, because when Wonder Woman 84 dropped at noon, I saw no complaints from anybody about that time slot. It's just because, especially in the United States, it'll be us. Like for me, I'll get it at noon. And then you just go back an hour for each, you know what I'm saying, for each time zone until you get to the West Coast. And then I think for Hawaii, it'd be like 5 a.m.
Early.
It'd be like 5, I think. Is it 5? Yeah, I think it'd be like 5.
4 hours behind East Coast.
No, Hawaii's 6 hours behind me.
6 hours behind? Oh
yes.
my God.
I used to live there, so.
Oh dang!
Yeah.
I thought it was 4.
Yeah.
No, I think they're probably like 4 hours behind me.
Yeah. That's
Mountain time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess it is probably 6
But
hours.
at the same time, I mean, that's if you've taken the day off, I think it's early to wake up, but it's still Zack Snyder's Justice League. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, no matter what time they drop it, we're gonna watch it because it's.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch it whenever. I mean, the minute that I'm able to click on it is the minute that I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. But I think if you're talking about convenience in any shape, way, anyway, I think the 12 noon would just be like right there. I mean, obviously you'd have to wake up and wait until noon to watch it, but I think it's, as far as everybody else goes, the way like the world feeds off of 12 p.m. going backwards and forwards, I think it's the most. And like I said, a few countries they'll have to catch it at like midnight or whatever. But for the most part, Rasha, if they drop at 12 noon, she'd be watching it at like 8 p.m. the next day. Like that's how like far ahead they are and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think
she's in the future.
She is.
Yeah. Hopefully.
I don't even see how we can talk to her. It's weird. It's weird. Like I don't know if I can talk to you right now. Tell me about my life. What am I gonna do tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully hopefully they tell us sometime soon because
we're
already in March.
Yeah.
Let's go.
When did they, because I didn't even know what time Wonder Woman 84 came out on HBO Max. I knew I was going to go see it in theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when did they share that?
It was pretty early because it came out on Christmas Day, right? I think at least 2 weeks in advance, at least 2 weeks, they said it would be at noon. I think.
Okay. So maybe with the next trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be be it.
I mean, it'd be a good time to, put that out there. What time it's going to be released on HBO Max and whatever all the other stuff is going to be out. There was a question for you, Bob. If you could greenlight 3 projects to be on HBO Max, what would they be?
So does it have to be DC or any type of project?
It didn't specify, so I guess whatever is on your mind.
So I have to say, in the DC area, I have to say, I think they could make like they could put a Zsjl like TV show, live action form, and also making like the live action Justice League show from the Zack Snyder universe, and also making a TV show dedicated to all the villains that are part of that Snyder Justice League, like their own twist, like it would be more like dark and horror type of a TV show.
Okay, awesome. Thanks for sharing that with us. Let's see. Let's give a quick shout out to DC Legendary. Thank you, new subscriber. Hey. Awesome. Thanks so much for the support. Appreciate it. Yes, we can't wait either. Can't wait. We are in the month of Zack Snyder's Justice. It's just surreal. Like, I still can't wrap my head around it.
Yeah, this is it.
Donnie, I thought they already said March 17th, 11 p.m. Pacific. Well, there was some media that was saying that, but we haven't got anything official.
Never confirmed, right? Nothing confirmed.
And that time, hey, like we've already stated, we'll watch it no matter what time. But that time sucks, dude. Think about that. Even for West Coast people, that's still 11 p.m.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be awake to watch it, but still.
Yeah,
it's still just like it's not the best time.
Yeah, I don't see how you and the thing with like the Disney Plus shows, Mandalorian, WandaVision, the way they drop, like it also opens it up for like for straight spoilers, dude. Like because I can't tell you how many times I woke up during the Mandalorian. I'd wake up and open Twitter and be like, because
Nicotina's just all in there, like, you'll never believe it. Luke Skywalker.
Look at my thumbnail, Luke Skywalker.
Yeah. You're like, click on my video. And we're like, damn it. Thanks a lot, Nicotina.
Yeah. Was BVS the 17th or the 15th?
The 25th. The BVS was the 25th. The
BVS 25th, yes.
Yeah, March 25th, right. 2016. 25th. Yes.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, I knew it had a 5. Yeah, the 25th. So pretty close. Well, it was supposed to be.
No. The original release date for BVS was May 4th.
Oh no, the year before. It got pushed back like a whole year almost.
Well, no, I'm talking about after that, when the first date that they put out as far as like a concrete date was May 4th, 2016. They took it back 2 months because you know what other movie came out May 4th, 2016? Mm-hmm. Captain America: Civil War. So
I was going to say Star Wars because May the 4th be with you.
No, but they had them both on the same date. I think it stayed that way for about 6 months. And everybody's like, and then finally Warner Brothers was the one who cracked and they moved it back. They moved it back a couple months so they could stay off of Civil War's radar. So there was that.
But I'm saying for the Snyder Cut, one of the dates that was coming out as a rumor was the 25th.
Yeah,
it was a rumor, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was the 25th, the 20th,
and the 18th.
And the 18th.
Yeah.
And some people were even saying today, just because it's Zack's birthday.
March 1st? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Some people were saying that on Zack's birthday.
Yes, exactly.
It'd be a great birthday present for him and whatever.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I was told.
Cool. Dude, could you imagine? We'd be watching that shit right now.
I know.
It'll be here before we.
Nicotina would already spoil it for us.
Oh man.
I was told though that the rumors about the 25th and 26th with the Snyder Cut and Godzilla versus Kong, that they were trying to do that, and they had to, try to get away from that.
The crowds, I guess the audience for both those movies are pretty much the same, but there are some. I'm sure there's some Godzilla versus Kong fans who don't care about Zack Snyder's Justice League, and I'm sure there's some Zack
and vice versa. Yeah. I mean, I'm one that I'm gonna watch both.
Yeah,
I'm even gonna watch the Falcon and Winter Soldier thing.
Yep.
So, I mean, all that stuff is good content. I'm gonna watch it all. It's gonna be great. And I'm gonna have a great time watching all this and entertaining my eyes and ears for at least what's that? It's 4, 6, 8 hours of content. Yeah. No, 7 hours because Falcon Winter Soldier.
Falcon and Winter Soldier is going to be hour-long
An hour.
episodes. Yeah.
So 7
Yeah,
hours.
see, this is what I was thinking, Anthony, that it was supposed to be the year before it came out. They pushed it back.
Yeah, but I'm saying
March
like
of the next year.
they had this was the first initial thing because BVS filmed for so long it was ridiculous. Like it started. I can't remember what year it started filming, but it filmed for like 3 years. So then they had that date, but then they had it on the same day as. And you know what's so messed up about that? BVS announced their release date first. They announced the May date, and then Disney came out with
Disney came in.
And they were like, we're going to release Captain America, the Civil War on the same date.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, yo, why would you do that? And then, Warner Brothers flinched, and, the rest is history.
What's up, Flash? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah. What else I'm watching? My husband was showing me something about, they were probably at some kind of event, like the cast of Civil War and the Russo brothers were there, and they were kind of talking about how they weren't going to move from their date.
They were.
And Anthony Mackie was going crazy.
Yeah.
Apparently he hates DC.
Yeah, well, fuck Anthony Mackie. That didn't kiss my ass. Yeah. Have y'all heard I mean,
no,
Brian,
I don't.
You heard the story?
What story?
He's going in.
So Anthony Mackie is from the state of Louisiana. So if you follow college football, that he's an LSU fan. So
I've been to Louisiana.
Yes. So I was at the SEC championship where Georgia was playing LSU, and I have a friend who gets us to hook up. So we were in like a suite, and Shaq was in there, Anthony Mackie was in there. There was a lot of people in there, and Anthony Mackie is a straight fucking asshole, dude. Like I was waiting in line to go to the bathroom. Anthony Mackie. Yeah. So they have in that particular suite, there's 2 women that work in there, and they like serve you the drinks and all of that stuff,
right.
Whatever. And they were like, she said, so I heard her tell him, she said, okay, so there's somebody in this next suite over who wants to beat you. And he was like, yeah, I ain't doing that. And she was like, seriously? And he was like, well, yeah, but no pictures though, no pictures. I was like, you're a celebrity? every other celebrity in that press box took pictures with everybody.
Yeah.
Yes, except for him. And then at the end of the game, obviously LSU they smashed us. They smashed Georgia. So I talked to him. I was like, he's like, y'all really thought y'all was going to beat us? I was like, hell yeah, or else I wouldn't have been here. Like, what? I'm not going to come in here thinking we're going to lose. And I asked him, so can you take a picture and shit? He's like, nah, and just fucking dipped out with his boys. Douchebag. Douchebag. So
ooh, yeah, man.
Wow.
And that's not see, look, the Flash put Anthony Mackie. Dude, that's not the first time I've seen people talk about him on social media before where they say they've met him in person. He's a douche. So,
wow.
Yeah. And when I asked him to take a picture, there was like the suite was almost empty. Nobody would have saw it. It was just, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't a big deal. He could have just took a picture. He was like, nah, and bounced with his homies. I was like, dude, okay, you're an asshole. And there's that.
Yeah. Wow.
Like, I get that people kind of get like, they might get tired of it or get annoyed, but it's like, you need to show appreciation for fans.
Yeah.
It's like, taking a picture is the least you could do. Like, it's not,
Like I got a picture, dude. I got a picture of Herschel Walker. I got so many pictures, man. And then like that dude was just like, and make it so bad. One of his homeboys that was with him was so cool. He was chatting it up with us for like ever. And then, dude, you take a picture? Nah, and just bounced. I was like, damn, dude.
Did he like look you up and down like? Nah.
Nah. I was like, so we take a picture before you leave. And he was just like, nah, and then he just gone. I was like,
any for your thoughts?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. After that, I was like, okay.
He's like, you ain't got nothing. I want.
And it was after that when I started. I would see like people like say stuff like they saw him in public, and he was just he was pretty much like stay the fuck away from me. So I can't even.
Jeez.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Well, then he should have tried to be by himself.
Get yourself your own suite.
Yeah.
If you don't want people trying to engage with you. Like when I heard him tell that woman, he said, okay, yeah, I'll go over there, but no pictures. No pictures. I was like, dude, what are you doing? You're an Avenger, fool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're in a like kids. If there's some kids over there, you're gonna tell those kids, fuck off. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was like, yeah. So
that's not right.
No.
Well, that's unfortunate. Well, hopefully, if you ever meet any other members of the Justice League,
I bet Ray Fisher would have taken a photo.
Oh, dude, Ray Fisher would have took several photos.
Yeah.
He stops the bus to go and take pictures with kids that were dressed as Cyborg. Like, come on.
Yeah.
You said Kanye West. Yeah, he's Kanye West. Yeah, you're right. That's pretty much probably what Kanye West is probably like in real life too. So,
let me see. HBO Max. Yeah, I mean, I hope that's where, if like we were saying earlier, I think another reason why Zack keeps saying, not that there's likely to be another movie. Like, I don't think he wants fans to get our hope. Like, I don't think he wants us to kind of expect it just automatically.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we know that yes, there should be. Like, you know.
We also know that if this blows up like I think it will, like, it's going to be obvious, you know.
Well, they got to see the demand, and he has to have the bargaining chips.
Yeah,
you know, he has to have it in his favor. So if he's like, yeah, please let me do it. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do anything. You know, they'd be like, well, damn, we didn't pay you to do this because you already got paid, you know, a while ago. You know,
yeah.
But maybe we won't pay you this time either. You know, and he's like, no, not anything. I'll do anything. You know, no. He's like, he's playing it cool. He's like, hey, man, you know, I mean, he's got his Excalibur thing. He's got his Army of the Dead, you know, franchise. He's working up with Netflix. He's a busy man. He's got a lot of things. You know, why would he come back, or what would he, you know, need to come back for? Mm-hmm. Well, they need to start throwing some. Oh, look, there's Nicotina. But they need to start throwing some money his way.
Yeah, I mean, I think with this project, it was specific. Like, it was a reason why he's not getting paid. You know, it was different. Like, he got paid the first time, which I know he doesn't really want to claim that as his movie, but he did get paid, and this is a very special circumstance. You know, this is just like the fans were able to make this happen. They were able to show the demand to the studio, which to me is, I don't know, to me that kind of is like they have such double standards for Zack stuff and the other stuff. Like, we're getting Peacemaker, and we don't know anything really about the Suicide Squad movie. We haven't even had a trailer for it. They're already doing stupid Peacemaker series. They're doing the Gotham series. That's a spinoff from Robert Pattinson's Batman.
Catwoman. They even mentioned they were going to do a Catwoman spinoff. But the thing is that, like, okay, so if Zack Snyder took a payday for this, he would get scrutinized.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, so it's totally in good taste for him to not take a payday for this particular feature.
Absolutely.
So.
Yep. So you can upgrade your internet connection, Nicotina said.
What?
Yeah, I agree, Flash. I think that's the only way he would agree to do it. He's not going to go through anything all over again. Like, I feel like he's kind of just over them. He's kind of done with them. Yeah. Not that he doesn't want to do more, you know, but at the same time, I feel like that's what I would prefer. No, that's fine.
Warner Brothers Pictures, he'll have to fight the whole way. How much fight? Exactly. I mean, he had a little bit of pushback, you know, because of Warner Brothers Pictures again, but he didn't have that much fight with getting this release out. He had a little bit of fight, but not much.
Yeah. So yeah, imagine if Zack says, "Yeah, there's talks, but it doesn't go through." He would feel so bad for getting our hopes up. Exactly. I think he doesn't want to give us like, oh yeah, we'll, you know, he kind of gives us like, well, we'll see what happens, but he doesn't want to make it seem like we should expect it. Thank you, Cass, again. Yeah. Oh, he's a funny guy. Maybe on set he's nicer.
I want that. And the volume. What's the volume?
It's the okay, you know the Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
You know have you seen how they film instead of using green screens?
Oh Dude, what did they? What, I can't
Oh
remember.
yeah, with the big
It's
projection
like,
screen.
it's not green screens,
Yeah,
but it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. It's so
Okay,
awesome.
that's what it is. Yeah. That's
What they should start filming with, like everything.
Oh,
Like,
yes,
forget green
definitely.
screen. Yeah. Make some environments, put characters in the environments, and then
It's awesome. It's really awesome what they're
awesome.
able to do with that. Well, I'm glad he's nice on set. He needs to be nicer in public. But Bob has to get going.
Oh.
Thank you so much, Bob, for being here. It was
all
really
right,
nice
man.
to come and do a stream with you. So
Stream with you.
yeah, make sure you go support Bob on his YouTube channel. Would you like to tell everyone if you're on social media, like your social media handles and all of that?
Yeah, so everybody to find me on Instagram at William Zsjl, and on Twitter you can find me at Bob the Boulder Die. I usually post a lot of good stuff. So definitely follow me on my YouTube channel and on my Twitter and Instagram. I post a lot of amazing stuff, and I really want to thank you guys for having me come on today and talk.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Good to have you,
Well,
man.
Yes, thank you so much for being here, and have a good night. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
So yeah, I mean, I think he knows that, like, and he said it also helped him not getting paid. Like most filmmakers probably would be like, well, no, I'm putting work into this. I'm putting time into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to get paid.
He's in a good position as well with, Army of the Dead. That, that's a payday right there. So it's not that he's, totally not going to get any sort of royalties or money. And he's also got the prequel for Army of the Dead that he's working on that he's going to get a paycheck from as well. So he still has revenue coming in, and so this isn't going to, hurt him that much. Because this is a passion project. This thing was already released. He was already paid. He's just doing this with his spare time. And because of COVID, this actually allowed for him to spend more time than he probably would have. It probably wouldn't be released now. It would probably be released maybe towards the summer if this was just, if everything's just normal and people could go about their business and do whatever, because then he'd have other things that are distracting him. And not allowing him, or giving him the shot to really focus in, and because there's nothing else to do,
Yeah, and I think that, he kind of described it as the perfect storm.
Yeah.
Being able to finish this.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, WB's like, y'all fans want Dark Side. Well, we want you guys to have something better. Peacemaker. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I know everyone keeps saying, well, they want to see the results. They want to see how people respond. But at the same time, they're greenlighting other stuff that they don't even have context for as far as like how people are going to respond.
Well, think about this.
Like,
they tried with Aquaman.
Right. They don't want to look wrong.
They tried to do the trench right after Aquaman. Like, who cares about the trench?
Yeah.
Really? Like, I don't care about those creatures. Like, what?
Yeah.
and then when Patty Jenkins was talking about Wonder Woman 3, she brought up that she was wanting to do or direct a Themyscirian movie. I'm like, what? Nobody's asking for this crap. It's like,
I think it would be cool to have like an Amazon series.
Yeah, but she was going to direct it. Like, it was going to be a feature. And it's like, no, girl, you need to work on Wonder Woman, finish that story arc or whatever. Let somebody else direct, the Themyscirian thing and give us that, kind of like they did with Krypton. I'm cool with like, stuff like that, like little side projects and stuff. But give us the main, like keep your talent on the main storylines.
I don't know. The last time she did that, we ended up with the mannequin arms.
Well, I'm going to say, okay.
Jeff Johns.
I want to say Jeff Johns. I want to say, because she did not use any of the stunt team from Wonder Woman 1, which was Zack Snyder's crew. They changed him out purposefully.
Yeah.
And so, so she couldn't really do much herself, So I would think under the tutelage of Zack Snyder again, we will get a Wonder Woman like we did, for Wonder Woman, the first one, 1918. So I think we would get the same caliber of film out of her under Zack versus under Jeff.
Yeah, I mean, you could totally see the difference in influence between those two movies. And I mean, if Warner Brothers decides to, I know that they can't call the shots now anymore, but if they're trying to continue steering away from what Zack has started, I mean, this whole thing with Henry Cavill and, Superman and all of that, if they don't even realize how many people they're going to lose, like they're going to lose their core fan base. And it's not about, having, a Black or Latino Superman. It's not even about that. It's about like, okay, you can do that, but like we also want to see Henry Cavill have more.
Yeah.
Like don't just throw him away and be like, oh, well, it's the multiverse. So, multiple Superman can exist. Yeah, fine. But if that's the case, we also want Henry Cavill to have a movie, especially if they're not going to have Zack Snyder do another Justice League movie.
Yeah.
Like if they're not going to do that, then Henry Cavill needs to have another movie.
Yeah.
Oh, he definitely does.
Do another Superman, but like, I mean, that's why I hope that, what Danny Garcia posted in her story, I know every time she posts something that's somewhat cryptic, people are like, please let it be about Superman. That's
I know, right?
Like, please just give us something like,
we need to start like writing her, hey, let us know what's going on with Superman. Hell, exactly. Tell them to go write a message to Danny Garcia so we can mail it off and we can kickstart this thing. Let's do it. Super Hive is the hive mind in the house.
Just subscribe to our channel.
Yay! Hey, they subscribed. All right. Now teach them how to give you a super chat.
Oh gosh, now yeah. Well, I mean, between her and having Dwayne Johnson, I know Dwayne Johnson wants Henry Cavill to be part of it. So yeah. I just don't understand.
That's why he's so animate on getting his Black Adam film in production, which is also going to start in April. We've been waiting 11 years for this thing. Get it done.
Yep.
Damn it. So let's get it. Let's go.
Yeah. The Henry Cavill thing. I mean, if they haven't seen by now that the fans want more of it, I mean, I don't know. I think it's just another one of those things. If they, my husband was like, I wonder if they want to throw stuff out here to like see how people react.
They do.
I'm like, well, they need to.
No, it's the same thing as Michael B. Jordan they've even thrown the Blue Beetle thing last year. They throw things out there and they never like cash in on it. They just throw it out there like, oh, hey, here's a possibility. Here's Batgirl. Here's a Nightwing. They brought that up. They were like, oh yeah, Nightwing movie. And then nothing.
Yeah, I still don't buy that Joss Whedon was that he was there to work on a Batgirl movie. And like, oh, he's already here, so we'll just bring him in to write some stuff on Justice League. I kind of feel like that was a cover.
I think that once he was there, they were like, hey, you know what else? Let's do a Batgirl movie too.
Yeah.
And then
that's what I mean. Yeah, I don't think that was his original.
That wasn't the first. No, he was brought in first for Justice League, but secondary Batgirl for longevity. But then his wife came in and chopped his balls off, and then they had to fire him. Yeah. And then he was like, "Oh, can I resurface?" And Ray Fisher was like, "Nah, no. I'm gonna cut the shaft." She cut the balls. I'm cutting the shaft.
Yeah, I think it was just like, oh, he's Jeff Johns, trying to put it out there like, oh, he's already here. He's working on another movie, so we'll just, but. Yeah, at least that didn't happen.
The Batgirl film was a Fugazi. Yes, it was.
Yeah, he has no business, first of all, taking on a female character.
No.
After what's been said from the Buffy people, yeah.
No,
don't. He can't be letting a room alone with Batgirl.
Bruh, if he would have, Joss Whedon would have got to make the Batgirl film, she would have had her fucking suit would have had straight at her cheeks would have been out. It would have been like assless chaps. Like you get
it would no. Like Nightwing would have fallen into her chest.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just like the Avengers, just like
Avengers.
you know the Justice League. Yep.
Yeah, there would have been several scenes in there that would have been ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah.
It would have been so bad. And then another thing is like after he got fired from the Batgirl movie, there was like it disappeared.
Yeah.
Right. Well, they were like, we can't crack the story. That's always the stupid freaking thing. Is like couldn't crack the story. And unfortunately, Ben Affleck also used that. It's like I couldn't crack the story. I'm like, oh god. I mean, but that's code for I was let go.
Yeah.
So
they weren't gonna give me the opportunity to. Yeah.
The story was cracked for Ben Affleck. The story was not cracked for Joss Whedon.
Yeah, we already knew. Yeah, they kind of.
Yes, it was. It was Chris McKay.
Yeah.
Yo, he was hardcore on that for a little bit too, and then he just
and then it just died.
Yep.
Yeah,
it just died.
Yeah,
I'm sure you know. I mean, it's probably obvious at this point. Like some of these directors they announce and hire for some of these jobs are really passionate about these characters, and then they get into a meeting with Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers are probably like, all right, so this is how we see the movie going. And he's probably like, nah, I'm the director. I'm going to write this thing. And I think like, yo, the Nightwing story should be this. This is fire. And Warner Brothers is probably like, no, we're pretty much expecting you to do what we want. And then they just leave. Because they're just
like,
not.
Jeff Johns, what do you say? He says no.
Yeah. The same thing with
Walter.
Exactly.
Walter says no.
Toby? The same thing with Rick Famuyiwa. I'm probably
Toby says no.
The dude that was supposed to direct The Flash. The first, Rick Fumi, I can't pronounce his last name, but Fumiyiwa, yes, he came on. He was hardcore. Like, dude, every day you'd see him post a different Flash graphic novel on Instagram. Like, he was really, really hardcore about doing that movie.
And even Ezra, when he picked up, what's his face? Forget his name. It's on the tip of my tongue. The other writer. Yeah, and they were gonna. I forget.
Oh yeah. I remember that too. That after,
and they were like, "Don't let this die. Let us come up with a story."
Yeah,
and they started going at it and trying to come up with something. And then they were looking at directors like Robert Zemeckis, and they were trying to get all this talent ready and together and all that. And it just kind of fell apart again until finally Muschietti came in and was like, hey, I got this. Let's do this. And by the way, I'm gonna hire a Supergirl for this movie, and then I'll hire Ben Affleck, and we'll bring in Ray Fisher. Right, sister. Sister says we're bringing in Ray Fisher, Cyborg. So, yeah, and then what? Somehow he gets some email. So it's like there's no official word that Ray has ever been let go from the Flash project. But the thing about the IGN interview is that the lady from IGN asked Zack specifically. She was like, it was a well-known, well-documented thing. Like, so, Ray Fisher's been let go from the Flash movie. Do you think he could live anywhere else? And Zack was like, yeah, he's, great, story. And there's plenty of story to tell with that character and all that and whatever. But it was interesting that she brought that up. Mm-hmm. And that he didn't refute it, because I'm like, is Zack just not in the know of as far as like what's going on with this project, or is Zack fully aware that yes, Ray is not going to be let onto the project? So I don't know.
Sure, he knows something. He probably knows something. This I'm not sure about. Did Zack say, or did Connie Nelson say that there's an origin story for the Amazons in Zack Snyder's Justice League?
Well, the origin story was in Wonder Woman.
Well, it's
first
Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe an origin story how they get the mother box.
Well, yeah, that's part of the
that
history.
Could be,
yeah.
That's probably it.
How they get the mother box that's there, yes.
It's funny because like the Themyscirians, they put their mother box in like this big like tomb kind of thing, and the Atlanteans, they put theirs in like this throne room type place, and then the humans buried it in the ground. like a dog.
We have all these
other
advanced races being smart about it, and then the humans are just like, no one's gonna find it.
It's in the ground. Nobody's gonna find it. It doesn't smell.
I don't know. I don't know if he has any producing role in the Flash movie.
I don't know that
Probably
either.
not.
I know he does for the Batman, Robert Pattinson's Batman. I don't know that he has producer credit for the Flash. If he did, I'm sure that he would make sure that Ray would have a role.
Yeah, I don't think he's as involved in the Flash movie as with the other solo movies. At this point, I don't think so. Not that I'm aware of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think so. She was interviewed by Brandon Davis. Yeah, I think she's talking about the history lesson.
There's going to be several history lessons in Zack Snyder's Justice League. But yeah, that one history lesson where it's like the clouds and everything, and that cool animation with Zeus and how Zeus created the island, and then the Themyscirians or whatever. And they're probably going to go into a little bit more depth in the movie, but I wouldn't assume that much. I would assume like Ali was saying, they're going to go into what the Amazonians did, with the Motherbox before Steppenwolf comes in.
Yeah. Because we have to get. There's a lot to teach the audience, I guess you would say, about what they are, how they got here. All that we're gonna get all of that stuff for sure. As far as Flashpoint, Thomas Wayne, and all of that stuff, I think we would all have wanted to see that. If they're not doing that, I'm not really sure why, but if they are doing a Flashpoint story, if it's not, then we still don't even know who the villain is, if it's Reverse Flash or not.
I don't know that they're going to even introduce Reverse Flash. That would be awesome.
Villain if they don't do Reverse Flash.
I just like there's so many characters though. There's so many characters like it's just going to seem like a cluster fart of like characters.
Yeah.
But there has to be a villain.
I think the villain is time. He has to get back to the nightmare world, and he has to get his mission accomplished, but he gets sidetracked and goes into another multiverse and has to figure out a way to get back, and he needs Michael Keaton's Batman to help him figure that out.
Do you think it's too early? Well, no, of course not, because it's been
not for
years
this universe, already. Not for this particular universe. Yeah.
I don't like when people say it's too early for that. It's like, no. First of all, this movie's been pushed back so many times, and that's kind of what Zack was sort of introducing with the whole going back to tell Bruce and
Yeah, so right here, these movies here are supposed to help just kind of tell a story, tell a whole narrative. It's not introductory movies, kind of like Thor or Captain America, the first Avenger, or Iron Man, where it's just like the origin story of every single person that's going to be involved, and then they finally get a team up movie 10 years later. The way that Zack was setting it up for his 5-film arc was that it's just an open and closed story, and they can tell different stories within that open and closed story, and then even tell after that. Once it's completed, they can branch off and do whatever they want. But they were supposed to do this controlled story that everything sort of is cohesive and matches and mirrors and does and plays around with different narratives and things like that. But they all can branch off and do their own little stories, like Aquaman. Yeah. Aquaman can go off and do his own thing and then come back, and then so it leaves for that sort of thing. And Wonder Woman didn't have that issue because it was taking place before. Same thing with Wonder Woman 84. It's taking place before. So they could do almost anything they wanted. So that's how that goes.
Yeah, Snyder Steppenwolf, he said he doesn't really say that it doesn't connect. He's just kind of saying that, like, especially with Zack Snyder's Justice League, he's just doing what he wanted to do. And he's he sets up for a universe that exists beyond his universe. So yes, like he said, it would have set up for the Aquaman movie. Patty Jenkins said that she knows where Wonder Woman ends up at the end of his movie. Flash, his movie was supposed to be set up. So it's not that they're, well, Zack said, it doesn't owe anything to anything else. So as far as like really specific details about story, like the movies don't necessarily have to rely on each other.
Yeah, you typed that shit so fast. Like I was like, no, I'm talking about Allie. It was like,
yeah.
Okay, for you out there, right? There's a private chat, and I put something there. It took me like 17 minutes to type it. Allie was like, and then it was she typed it. Oh, all right.
So yeah, that's kind of what Zack was saying. It doesn't really. He said it doesn't owe anything to anything else. So it doesn't have to necessarily be like what happens in this movie relies on what happens in another movie, and so on. Yes, it's the same characters that we're being introduced to. He's planting the seeds for a larger universe, but each movie can still be its own story.
So do y'all subscribe to the theory? I kind of do, where they say every time they asked him about more movies, he was just winking to the camera, and he was just like,
was he winking?
No, he wasn't winking physically, but like the things he was saying.
Well, he's yes, I believe he was sort of tantalizing the audience with like I don't believe it's going to happen, but if it did, it'd be really cool, whatever.
Yeah. He's like, but it's not supposed to, but I mean, who knows? That's exactly how his answers were when they were asking. So I was like, Zack was like,
yeah. I think he doesn't want to give like a concrete answer or like lead a song.
He doesn't want us all to be like, yes, it's coming.
Well, he doesn't want us to do either way. He doesn't want the pendulum to swing either way. He doesn't want to say, no, it's definitely not. So please, after this movie, guys, just don't ask. I'm done. I've dealt with Warner Brothers. Netflix is really cool and way better. It just he wasn't going to go that way. He's just sort of he's keeping it safe. It's like hey, if this thing jumps off and is a huge success, then then great. We all win and Nicotina loses his bet. But if it doesn't go, if it goes the way of Nicotina, then we all lose and we owe Nicotina $1. So.
$1.
That's all I'm willing to bet him.
Yeah, exactly. It's 50 cents. No.
50. Oh, 50 cents.
I'll bet him 50 cents on something. Yeah.
Oh,
so,
man.
That's he's probably still not in here, but Nicotina 50 cents.
No, he's working. He's
yeah.
He can't come over here.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna bounce, man.
Oh, Ryan's like he can't. Like he's not allowed.
Yeah. I didn't send him the link.
Oh.
I sent him the broken one.
I sent him the broken link. You got the wrong email. You got Nicotina's email.
I love how Anthony immediately blinked.
Because the first one, the link was like this long in my email, and then the second one you sent was like this short, and I was like, the smaller one worked. So. Yeah.
I was like, he'll figure it out.
All right, Alan, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. I'm glad you tried to get me on there earlier, but like Twitter is.
I know, and I was like, oh, he'll see it if it's in the group one.
You don't have.
I know that you've been suspended, so
you need to make another Twitter account.
Yeah, if it's not, if they don't give it back to me by tomorrow, I am. But like I went really into detail, like reading some of that stuff that they have. Like a lot of people do it when their accounts get suspended. A lot of people make other accounts. If Twitter catches you doing that, you're done for life. Yeah,
wow.
If they suspend your account and you make another one because they suspended it, if they catch you for life, you can
be banned.
Oh wow!
They will ban you permanently. Yes, exactly. And a lot of people do it. There's a lot of people who get suspended and they'll just make another account. If they catch you, done.
I see a lot of people tweeting like, "Oh, my other account was suspended. Here's my new one. Follow me, whatever."
Yeah, and so I'll wait and see tomorrow. No, it said
I know a couple people have done that, so that's why I was like, yeah.
or you have people who say I was in Twitter jail for a couple of days and I'm back, and then that means they just unsuspended it. But it's like it says anywhere from 12 hours to 2 days is the period.
And is there like somebody to contact? Have you contacted anybody? No.
Yeah, no. So what happens is, all right. So you open Twitter. First thing you see, it says suspended your account, and it has your @ and it says it's currently suspended. For more information, please log into Twitter. So you hit the link. You either dismiss it, and if you dismiss it, it goes back to the last thing that was on your Twitter before they suspended it. So like if I hit dismiss, it shows tweets that are just like 3 days old, like the last tweets that I was able to see. And then, but if you hit the link that it has, it takes you to the hold on, let me see. It takes you to the help center, and it says about suspended accounts, and then it has all these places. You just click them, and you can file an appeal or whatever. And so you just have to wait. There's no, you can't call anybody. You can't. It's stupid, man.
Oh, that's the only thing that's frustrating is like how long is your suspension?
Yeah, they don't tell you. And the first message I sent on
when I heard it this morning, Anthony went rogue. I was like, what?
I did 3 I basically hit him up 3 times. The first one was they probably read it, and I'll probably never get my account back because I was like, I'm just trying to figure out exactly why I was suspended. If it's because of a certain tweet, how about you just make me delete the tweet? It seems kind of excessive to suspend my account. Just tell me to delete the tweet, and I'll do that. And then, I didn't hear anything back. So they're probably like, "Oh, this dude's a fucking asshole."
Like, who is this? Anthony Mackie?
Seriously, just say, "Hey, delete this tweet," and I'll delete the tweet, and we can move forward instead of suspending my account for days.
Yeah, they could give you a warning, like if you don't delete this tweet, however many hours, your account.
Allie, here's the thing: they give people like Dave, Ohio Dave. He got a warning today. He sent me the screenshot. All he had to do was review Twitter's copyright policy, and then they unlocked his account. That's it. My shit got suspended. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't do anything on it. So, like when I click on my thing, it says you are following 0 people. You have 0 followers.
Yeah,
dude. Yes. Yeah. That's what it says until they unsuspend my shit. So. But I'm saying, how come people's and I don't know what Dave got the warning for, but like I never got a warning. They just straight suspended my shit. So,
oh wow.
But when I talked to Dave yesterday morning, I messaged him. I said, "Dude, they suspended my thing." He was like, "Yo, what did it?" He said, "There's something going on because it's only like big time Zack Snyder, pro Zack Snyder people, pro." You know what I'm saying? Like the people, like in our, it's
like
only,
professional.
it's Snyder fans, people who are promoting the Snyder Cut, people who are promoting anything Zack Snyder. Like I said, it was a clip that I posted that was, I'll tweet for you.
Hashtag tweet for Anthony.
It was a clip that I posted. It's just the "You Are My World," and then he picks up the spear and goes to fucking stab Doomsday with it. That's that clip, and I posted it probably 6 times in like the past year. Like I just randomly posted because it's fire.
That for certain that was the one.
Yeah, because so here's how stupid it is. They said they sent in an email and they were like, "Yo, it's because of this tweet," and they put the link to the tweet. But guess what? You can't see the fucking tweet because your account's suspended. So like you click on the link and you can't see it. The only reason I know what it was because I captioned it one time and I put, "This clip hits harder today," and that was like 5 months ago. So like, so I sent a screenshot of it to Meg. Meg could see it. She clicked on. She could see what tweet it was because obviously because her shit's not suspended. And she's like, "Yeah, that's that BBS clip." And I was like, "Yo, dude." Most of the time when I post it, I don't even fucking caption it. I just post it. Like that's the only time I've ever captioned it. And it's been like 5 months. So. And then everybody's been messaging me on like Instagram, and they're just like, "Yo, dude, what happened to your Twitter?" And I'll tell them, and they'll be like, "Yeah, that happened to me, but they only locked mine, and it'd be for a post from like 6 years ago." I'm like, dude, what? So I don't know, but it's all BBS fans. It's all Zack Snyder fans.
That's crazy.
That they're hitting up lately, anyway. So I don't know what's up with that, but yeah. And I talked to people too who were like, yeah, that happened to me. I just went ahead and created another account. I didn't even go through the appeal process. And I was like, yeah, you got 10,000 followers. It's easy for you to get yours back. Not for me. Like if I have to start a new Twitter from zero, yeah.
Yeah, it's an inconvenience.
It is. Yeah. It is. If you're sitting on 10,000 followers on Twitter, if you have to make a new one, you'll get 8,000 of those back in 2 days, just because
people know. Yeah, recognizable.
For mine, I had like 1,300. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's we're small potatoes here.
I'll make it
small snippet.
I'll make it to about 400, and then that shit just stop, and I'm like. But yeah, so we'll see what happens tomorrow. Tomorrow will be technically like 48 hours or whatever. So hopefully I get one of that. So.
Yeah, that'd be. I mean, if you got it back, that'd be great.
All y'all out there watching, if you chill with Twitter, if you're a Zack Snyder fan, obviously if you're watching this, you're probably a fan of the Snyder Cut. Chill, because they're out for some reason. They're after us right now. So
don't be posting clips.
Yeah, don't be posting clips. Because you said that Dave got taken down because of the Titanic clip, the face swap. Is that what he got taken down for?
I don't know why.
Where they're spinning? I saw that one.
Yeah.
He put the dude.
It was Nolan and it was Snyder.
Oh, and they took him down for that one. It didn't say what. He just sent me a screenshot of the actual, like when he got up yesterday morning and got on Twitter. The first screen he saw said, your account has been locked. Here's why. Review these terms and conditions, and then we'll unlock it. So,
yeah. So your account got suspended. His account got locked.
Yeah. Suspend. Okay. Like, dude, yeah. Still can't get on it. And they're taking their time about that.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you're able to get back on there soon.
Yeah, because if not, we're going to have to keep emailing you links.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna bounce, man. Allie, thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here, Anthony.
Yes, if you want to send me another link, I'll give you my email address or Ryan. Okay. Yeah, that way you can until I get back on Twitter. Hopefully it's tomorrow. Because if not, damn.
Yeah, you're gonna be difficult. You're gonna be difficult.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna start causing problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's such a rebel.
All right, y'all.
Have a good night.
Oh shit! You got hit too.
Technology.
But I think this is probably a good stopping point for us. Thank you for being here tonight, Ryan Zieverfed. All the other guests are as well. Bob the Burger Guy, Anthony from ACS Universe as well. I'm glad we were able to get him on here. Thank you for letting me know. I didn't know that he suspended. Otherwise, I would have sent it to him on Instagram or something. But and then also shout out to Dawson from Nerdy Many Ways. So make sure you go check out all of their individual channels, and as well as their Ryan, Dawson, Anthony, and Nicotina all have the Four Nerds channel separately for each individual channel. So
yeah, we have a lot of channels, so subscribe to all of them. So yeah, thank you. Zieverfed, the Nicotina Show, ACS Universe, Nerdy in Many Ways, and also the Four Nerds number 4. Four Nerds, you should see when you get to any of our channels, you see in what I think the About section, you'll see all the other channels. Just drop us a subscribe. We'd appreciate it, and thank you for the support. Thank you for letting us. And we also have sometimes Allie comes on the show. We might even have her on this week if she's available. It should be an interesting stream for the Four Nerds on Thursday if she's available. This is me asking Allie if she'll come on the Four Nerds on Thursday. What is it? This Thursday? Yeah, it is this Thursday. Is it? I think it is. It is. Dawson is going out of town, so yeah, we're kicking him out because he's going to go watch BVS on the IMAX, and he'll be shacking up with Enosh.
Yeah,
and so they'll be spooning in Michigan, and then they'll be going to the event. Anthony will go there as well, but he doesn't get to spoon. He'll. I'm just joking. No. They'll all be there in Michigan. Wonder Meg and some other people as well. They're going to go watch the Ultimate Edition in IMAX, and that should be awesome. It should be straight fire, as Anthony puts it. So,
Yeah.
but yeah. So me and Nicotina will be here. Anthony will be at his house because he's not leaving until Saturday, I think. And I think the event's on Saturday. But yeah, I mean, if you're available on Thursday, then hey, we can just jump on a stream, have some fun for an hour, and yeah, that'll be it.
Yeah, well, thanks. I'll let you guys know. Thank you for the invite.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you everyone for being here. Sorry if we missed some questions, but thank you for tuning into the live stream. Thank you for your comments, questions, all of that good stuff. And also, if there's other content besides the stuff that we usually cover, that I usually cover on my channel, give me some suggestions. If you follow me on Twitter, Instagram, whatever. Yeah, let me know other stuff that you'd be interested in seeing reactions to or whatever on the channel. So again, if you're not subscribed, subscribe down below. You can also follow me on Twitter at SuperHiveDC and Instagram Brooks_Hive. So thank you all so much for the support and the super chats. We appreciate you guys. Have a good night. We're 17 days away.